Hey, all right, just started recording. Hey, so welcome back to Beyond the Veil. This is episode 10. We've made it a whole 10 fucking episodes. Hooray for us. We have upgraded to this newer format, which is a little slicker than last time. I've got special surprises that I've kept hidden off to the side. You're going to see those later, I hope. But for now, let's recap what happened last time. So, at the beginning of episode 9, Alfred and Edward's quick thinking and judicious use of magic managed to save a pursued Theo Barley Malt from being captured, or worse, from a Nazi patrol within the Afterlife Casino. As thanks for their assistance, Theo let Edward and Alfred know that he was currently residing with a camp of Grungs in the jungle just outside the city of Solar, but still within the bounds of the Nazi barrier. Theo then proceeded to discreetly leave the casino to prevent his presence from causing any further uproar. Alfred and Edward then continued to explore the afterlife, eventually meeting with members of the Cirque Maldimini, the circus that had been serving as the entertainment for the casino for the last few weeks. Alfred had a discreet conversation with Rifle Eyre, the owlbear tamer and otherwise star performer of the circus. Through this conversation, Alfred discovered that not all was as it seemed when it came to the entertainment contracted with the casino, and that something more sinister may be afoot. Edward and Alfred also managed to discover a secret entrance to the employees only area located within the entertainment suite that could be accessed without the need for one of the green employee key cards. At this point, the pair thought they had acquired enough information about the Afterlife Casino to rejoin their fellow comrades. Meanwhile, as Karsa and Simuel continued to make their way through the jungle, they found themselves attacked by a gigantic Tyrannosaurus Rex that appeared to be covered in rotting and decaying flesh. After sustaining a near lethal amount of damage, Karsa and Simuel determined the best course of action would be to assist two goblins in subduing the gigantic beast rather than continuing to attack it head-on. After several nail-biting attempts, the two managed to utilize a trap the goblins had previously set up to pin the beast to the terrain, thereby restraining it. Tired and bloody, Karsa and Simuel stood by while the goblins used a suspicious pink powder to lull the lizard to sleep. The goblins then entered the gigantic creature and pulled out what appeared to be black ooze from the gullet of the reptile, which the goblins then attempted to consume themselves. After being subdued by Simuel and Karsa, Karsa and Simuel began to investigate the meager belongings of the goblins. The duo noticed that the goblins had a small black tattoo of a dragon on their body, similar to those of the kobolds they had encountered on their flight with the Mischief. Karsa discovered a map that the goblins had been carrying, and upon opening the map, was greeted with a cloud of the same pink powder that managed to subdue the T-Rex. Unfortunately, inhaling, Karsa quickly found himself rendered unconscious. Despite several rather violent attempts by Simuel to return him to consciousness, Karsa remained asleep. Simuel proceeded to drag Karsa the remainder of the journey into the jungle, thereby reaching their destination at the cliff face. Karsa and Simuel realized that if given adequate time and preparation, an alternate form of entrance to and exit from the casino could be created via the waterfall opening at the cliff face. It was then that the pair decided to return back to their group. And that is where we're going to pick off today, is where both groups are essentially rejoining each other. If I remember correctly, we literally left off with both Alfred and Edward taking the caskets out of the Afterlife Casino.
Yes.
So we're going to pick up there. I'm not... so both of you kind of exit, and it is definitely the wee hours of the morning at this point. You see the bit of sunrise starting to kind of come over the forest canopy, or the jungle canopy. Like, it is that bright red of a sunset just cresting over. It is, the sky itself is still dark elsewhere, but just above the tree line is that like faint red hue of the sun rising. It is far colder in the jungle than you remembered it before. When you had first entered the casino, it was very humid at this point. It is almost cold and damp. The water beneath you, kind of occasionally flicking up and catching, loose bits of clothing and otherwise exposed areas of skin. And it's damp and cold and wet. The ferryman who is escorting you both and kind of like pushing back the caskets says nothing. However, you are both being driven in two different caskets by two different ferrymen, but you are adjacent to each other.
Oh, I thought it was closed casket.
They started closed, and as you kind of exit out of the casino, they lift it open just to make sure you're cool. Like it's
Gotcha.
yeah, it's a courtesy thing.
Are we within like a conversational distance? Or no?
Yes. So if you wanted to whisper too, you probably wouldn't be overheard by the ferryman.
Awesome. As we're exiting, I'm definitely like, Alfred's experiencing the that thing that you have when you exit, like specifically like a casino or any dark like venue, and then you recognize that as you're leaving, it's daytime, and that whole like, holy shit, it is.
Yeah.
The sun's coming up, and I have not slept at all and made no plans to. But most of the conversations throughout the night that he had are starting to wash over him. And I'm going to look over to Edward and just kind of like... Psst. Psst. Hey, wild night. But, and I know, yeah, I can see you are quite exhausted. I am also. But could I mayhaps get you to review some legal documents in the near future? It's not today. I don't even have them in hand. And I assure you, I would never ask you to do it pro bono. After that conversation with the entertainers, I'm quite concerned about what might be coming down the pipeline for me.
You signed the contract?
Oh, no. Heavens, no. But before I do, I think it'd be important that we have a better understanding of what exactly is going on for the entertainers within the afterlife.
Yeah, and maybe we could use that as well.
If the money suits our fancy and the contract is reasonable, then mayhaps I can use it to further our adventuring goals. But it is also quite possible that my date with the afterlife is not quite here.
Carson Samuel, you have now. So because I have forgotten, did you guys end up dragging the goblins with you, or did you go back and they weren't? Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, we had the goblins with us, both of them tied up with 10 feet of rope, and the plan was to walk back towards the edge of the jungle where we had seen the carriage take our friends away.
Mm-hmm.
And when they came back, we were going to hope to grab Edward for comprehend languages on the goblins.
Okay. So both of you began the long trek several hours ago, coming back towards the entrance to the Afterlife Casino, or at least where you had seen the carriage pick these other two up. It is exhausting, but you are, at this point, very familiar of the dangers of the jungle, so you take your time. You kind of know where you're walking through the foliage. You do not encounter anything on the way back, thankfully. You do notice, however, you do notice, however, as you're coming back, there is an increased guard presence. It seems whatever had originally distracted them before has resolved itself. I'll have both of you make stealth checks for me real quick.
$22.
5.
Okay,
Violence.
so
Fuck.
let me make a quick roll for them. Shut the fuck up. Okay, so Carsey, you notice there is at least 3 security guards in full plate armor that are currently walking towards both of you.
Like they, like Nazis, or like from the town guard?
From the actual casino itself, that are kind of, they're still scoping the perimeter.
Which faction guards? Which faction?
Which ones are bad? No, you see 3 of the casino guards kind of decked out in that
Which ones are bad?
blazing
Which
red
ones are being
armor.
used?
And they're kind of making their way towards both of you. You instinctively quiet your movements. You've hunted before. You know exactly what you need to do to make your gigantic frame blend into the foliage around you. Samuel, however, has never had this experience. So as you naturally kind of
armor. It's the new
Let's
armor.
get the new armor. Yeah.
You see him as he's still trying to get his bearing, and it's uncomfortable enough that as he's kind of moving, he's still pulling down the armor a little bit just to make sure it fits. But it is rattling and jingling, and you are painfully aware of it. However, the 3 guards in plate do not appear to be, and they are just jovially laughing and making their way back. You hear one of them clap the other on the back, and it makes this large metallic bang sound, but they keep moving past both of you.
Fuck yeah.
Glare at Samuel for a second.
Oh.
So I
As
gotta
I
turn,
walk by, I'll whisper, "Step where I step," and I'll start to lead the way again.
I gotta turn Derek's mic up a little bit too. He's a little quiet.
Oh, you don't turn it up.
Might not be.
Teller's
plugged all
gonna
the way.
turn it up.
Yeah. Don't break me. All right, there we go. Okay, so all 4 of you
Yeah,
at this
just go on
point-
the back and take that gain nab and turn it all.
just blow my eardrums. Yeah, this is how you cause an entire episode and not get uploaded for 5 months. Just blow my ears once, and I'm like,
Oh, I guess
skip.
I'm doing another synopsis again.
So, at this point, you arrive at where the carriage has previously. Both Edward and Alfred are escorted backwards via carriage, should they choose to.
I mean, we
Hey,
don't know our
walking.
way around. So,
Fantastic.
yeah.
All right.
When we get there, can I look around for where the crime scene was?
When you get to the carriage, or when you get to the
Yeah,
river?
because the crime scene was observed as we were exiting the carriage and then entering the coffin boat.
Correct,
So I
yeah,
imagine
so-
when they interface,
So it's
I wanna
actually
see if they've done anything.
the end of the river and where the carriage meets. Yes.
Yep.
At that area, make an investigation check.
Like, I didn't know if there's something more that I could see with the daylight. 13, lucky number.
13. You notice it has been meticulously cleaned. There does not appear to be any trace of what had happened. None of the staff seems to be talking about it. You, in fact, have a different carriage driver as well. They seem to have swapped out staff once again.
Okay.
Shift.
Yeah.
Alfred furrows his brow and scribbles in his book.
Would you like a ride, my gentleman?
Sir, I would like nothing more.
Fantastic.
I'm not set up to trek through the jungle. This would be a good idea.
My friend left his trekking shoes at home.
I did.
Before you enter, sir, I advise you remove your ticket from your clothing. It is... Did you do so?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So as you get towards the carriage, you see the ticket get covered in this thin layer of flame that completely eviscerates the ticket. Just incinerates it entirely, and it turns into this fine dust that floats away. We've learned to advise patrons. We've had some incidents.
What kind of incidents?
Destruction of wardrobes, other clothing.
Any
Are you being
bodily
sued?
harm?
No, just burned clothing.
All right.
You see him open the carriage door for you. I'm assuming you both enter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So he
Oh,
closes.
wait. I look at Edward and I go. And then I follow him in.
Take my hat off and I get in. Like,
Fantastic. He closes the door behind both of you, and you feel the familiar sensation of the carriage lurch forward. Again, in that essential box where there's no visibility. At this point, you realize the way the carriage is set up too is no light can enter. It is very dark. The only thing that is inside of the carriage is that looping video of what events are coming up.
now we can see in the dark. We're fine.
So about an hour passes. You arrive.
During the trip, I would like to have another brief conversation with Edward.
Okay.
What? We had an eventful night, wouldn't you say? Quite a lot accomplished, quite a lot seen.
I didn't really do a whole lot. I'll be honest.
You
Until, like, the
rescued a
very
man
end
from
there.
Nazis.
Not really.
Don't sell yourself short. You had a hand in it. I had a
tried.
nose. I will abstain from comedy. Mayhaps we should regroup with the other two gentlemen. I'm sure their night was quite eventful as well, and see what information they've gathered. I can't help but notice that while we both enjoyed beverage, we didn't eat. Maybe a breakfast and then a retirement with our other two compatriots.
Did you call Karsa a gentleman? Aw.
No. He's talking about the symbiote and Simule.
Oh,
the gentleman
robbed.
and the sludge eater.
Wait, Sludge Eater Karsa?
That dirt. Yeah.
That's fucked.
filthy one.
The one person here who ate a sludgy symbiote is not Karsa.
If we were all going out to breakfast, I would have you bend over and we put a tablecloth on you. And then the rest of us would eat. And you could just fucking lap up street meat like a dog in a hunched over position.
Only if you eat my ass, fucker.
My God, that's a mummy.
my
That's just Karsa.
Hey, Simba,
That's
gotta
just
eat.
Karsa. The symbiote's gotta eat. Oh my god. Yeah,
So-
you're infected with symbiote now. Totally.
Yeah. That's how you catch symbiote.
That's how you, yeah.
At a friend
Gives me
once.
a
You
lot
want
of questions
symbiotes?
for Simmel now.
You want symbiotes? That's how you get symbiotes.
That's how you get them.
That and lettuce.
It's like an ointment.
No, lettuce is how you
slap.
get rid of them.
Just slap street meat out of his hand. That's how you get symbiotes. Oh
So
my
the carriage
God.
finally arrives at its destination. You're both let out of the carriage. And you see very quickly the carriage driver bids you farewell, thanks you for your patronage, and immediately turns the carriage around and begins making his way back to the casino.
I'm gonna tell Samuel near the edge of the. I'm sorry.
I just imagine we got out of the door open and you guys were just there with two tied up goblins.
You just emerge from the jungle.
That's what I was gonna ask. Are they close to the? Do they get let out close to the jungle? Close to the
There is
walls?
you are close to a forest line, yes.
Okay, then as soon as they get dropped off and the carriage starts to move, you'll hear like a very loud someone trying to whisper, "Hey, Alfred!"
Do we just continue to ignore them, or are we going to?
It's not very subtle, is it?
Edward.
I think the carriage is still in view.
Yeah,
I
we should
pick up a
probably-
rock and I throw it at them.
Make an
Using
example.
violence on teammates again, huh?
It's not a rock; it's a rock.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
just turns Alfred's
yeah.
head.
Yeah, he's not throwing snowballs, he's throwing ice balls. Like,
It wasn't me. It was the symbiote.
How is Simuel out barbarying?
I'm just trying to
Mr.
get their.
Collins.
I'm trying to throw it at their feet.
How
or
is
something.
I just as a
spends one night with Karsa alone, and this is what happens.
as a DM too. How have you never played a barbarian? I'm now realizing like
He's played a fighter that was dangerously close,
he
though.
Two on
was
the
dangerously
nose.
close. Yeah.
2 on the nose. So Alfred lets out a sigh and spins to look upon his friends. What do I
Scratch the
see?
back of my neck.
Describe them to me.
I'll have one of
We
them
look beat
describe
up.
the site that they currently have.
We look quite beat up. Karsa has a couple lumps on his head.
Carson's got holes the size of a T-Rex tooth, just like cut into some of his armor and like clothing across his torso, like black and blue bruises down his back from where he smashed into a tree and died. Blood dripping on his face from where Simuel was beating him when he was unconscious, and he's holding a goblin that's writhing apparently in some rope he's holding.
And what would you say your mud saturation levels are at?
Oh, I was dragged for what, Simuel, 2 hours through the jungle? So
His entire back is still dripping.
And Simmel's carrying a stick that reeks of street meat for some reason.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot he did that.
So
Are you like dangling in front of him so he walks that way? Like,
So normally Alfred would have like a big, loud, like ostentatious reaction to you, but he is in complete shock. Just turns and is agape.
Oh, and Simul has new armor.
Simul, you notice Simul has poorly fitted armor across his body.
Yeah.
Like we get out after getting like the concierge service. We're like walking out prim and proper, and we just look into the jungle and see our friends just covered in mud, blood, and shit.
No, they're like, "Hey," and like the goblin's like freaking out, and he just punches it to knock it out again. Like,
Shut up.
Did you guys get over here? Wait, over to like
Edward, let's investigate those bushes.
Yeah.
Perhaps relieve ourselves like men.
oh yeah, after spending all night drinking and smoking,
Yeah, like men.
like men.
What the hell happened to you? What? Why? You look half dead. Karsa, you look more than half dead. What this? Who is this?
Long story short, vampire lord, half dead T-Rex, goblins, Karsa dead, drag through forest, see waterfall, make way back.
Oh, I'm known for making short stories long, but you're gonna want to give us the non-abridged version, pal.
Before we do that,
And why are you talking like Karsa? Use an adjective. For
One
fuck's
night.
sake.
One night with Karsa.
it might be better told over some ale, but first, and I look down at the goblin, I nudge it with my foot. These two, and I'm gonna grab like the sleeve and pull it back to show them both that dragon tattoo, the black dragon tattoo that's on its arm. And well, don't breathe this in, or no.
You see, even the goblin goes.
Simul was able to look at the map after Carson. He didn't have to make the save, right? Like
Correct,
The
yes.
powder came out. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll open that pamphlet. Even that's pretty far away from my face. Like, we found this map. They have the mark. They have the tattoo.
It explodes in the spray of pink powder.
Seriously, it'd be hilarious if he just it knocks us all out except for Simul again. Like,
All right, here we go again.
gotta make 3 trips.
Simul starts
saw
like
this.
punch out.
I saw this same tattoo on the kobolds that attacked us on the airship. And one of those tattoos turned into one of these parasites. Now, well, the thing that bit me was a dead lizard, giant lizard. And it was infested and animated by one of these symbiotes. And these goblins here crawled into the thing's throat and pulled out a symbiote, and they tried to eat it. Which is when we killed the symbiote, which really pissed them off, and so we had to tie them up. I was hoping that you, and I'll look over to Edward, could help us understand, well, ask them what happened, or they don't seem to speak anything but fucking shitty goblin. Kick him again. Not hard, just gentle.
A
Just
gentle kick.
A gentle
He's not
kick.
trying to break bones, but he's like, you fuckers.
Gotcha. Well, I think I got a little bit of magic left in me. And I just crack my knuckles. And
I don't know how the magic works, but Alfred, we need to know, what is this black blood dragon on the map, and what are those tattoos for? Well, I don't know. It's what you're good for.
Can I take a peek at those? I have to yell at my dog. Hold on.
What?
He steals my wife's pillow. When he
That's not
misses
what I
her.
was concerned about. But
No, I would like to take a look at the map specifically and see if because I have a good geological understanding of the world that we're in.
Yep.
And see if that area has any significance. And then I would like to investigate the arcane nature of the tattoos.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second.
All right. I just got D&D cock blocked. This is the. Anyway, here are 2 things. I gotta walk away first, though. I've been. Damn it. God damn it.
God damn it.
I said, God damn.
God dang it.
I said, bitch.
Sorry.
There we go. All right. So, so looking at the map, you realize this is a separate marking that is far further down from both where Solar is and the mark that Theo had also put on your map. This one's much farther down to the south,
Okay.
like
So
a
that would
significant
suggest that
distance.
there's like an encampment there.
Correct. You get the idea that there's something of value there. You don't know if it's an encampment. You just know there's something there. Correct.
Okay. Okay, so now can I investigate the arcane nature of the tattoo to see if there's anything?
Yeah, make an Arcana check. Or if you have a spell, use a spell.
Oh, I'm just using Arcana.
Okay.
I mean, I have the scroll of the
I have 20.
the black dragon. So
Well,
I've
you
already
can
read.
add context to this 22 Arcana roll.
The tattoo itself does not seem to be magical. It seems to be more
Okay.
just of an affiliation of sorts.
So I'm just. Oh, did I see that last time? No, I didn't see it fall through the deck. Only
Correct.
Karsa did.
Only
but we
Karsa.
saw
Okay, so
the black tattoos in general before,
Yes.
and I had read the story before,
Okay.
or the legend.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right.
Yep. Cool. I guess I'm gonna cast comprehend languages, even though it doesn't allow me to speak the language. I just understand it, so I can't really ask them anything. Like, I just listen to them rambling. I guess
Well, it seems like they understand common.
they just don't speak it. They can understand it, but they don't speak it. I get that. Okay, sure.
All right. So you're casting comprehend languages?
Yep.
And could you read that for me just so I make sure I have all the deets I need?
All right. For the duration, you understand the literal meaning. So literal. So
Yes.
if they use any like idioms or whatever,
No
I'm not
metaphors,
gonna
yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface of which the words are written. So like, that's why I had to hold
Yeah.
the scroll
Yeah.
before. It takes about 1 minute to read one page of text. The spell doesn't decode secret messages and text or glyphs, such as an arcane sigil. That isn't part of a written language.
Okay. All right.
Duration of 1 hour. So I guess we'll just walk through town and I'll just know what everybody's saying.
Someone playing something with Spanish?
You
Stuff
are.
is
That
kinda
sounds like it's in
correct.
the DM module, my dude.
That is.
Every day.
What the fuck?
Todos los días. Todo el mundo.
That was weird. All right. So
About the voices were back.
Wait, your voices are in Spanish? How
Somebody
progressive.
forgot to take their meds today.
it's in some Latin language. It's fine. So you immediately hear, "Let us go! Let us go! Stop it! The big one keeps kicking me!
Why should we let you go?
Stop it! Let us go! Let us go! The big one keeps kicking me!"
Yeah, they don't understand common.
You see them continue to wriggle and thrash.
If you do understand common, we can talk and I can probably spare you.
Let us go! Let us go!
All right? They don't. Do what you will
Poke 'em
with
with a
them.
stick.
Do we
Do
want
what
to
you will
run
with them.
through our Rolodex of languages that we all speak? I know that every single one of you must know 3 or 4 different languages the same as I, and see if any of them may have a passing knowledge. There's a lot of interesting things within these jungle, planar rifts that allow weird intersect of languages. It's possible that they may know one that's separate from common. Anyone
Would you
care
like
to
to go
try Elvish?
I know Abyssal.
Do we
Deep
all raise
speech.
hands? Who here speaks Elvish? Just like, oh my god. Which dialect of Elvish?
I'm gonna try to speak Infernal
Okay.
for a moment.
What does that sound like?
I don't know. The only one that I know, like the sound of, is Abyssal because I found it online and I shared it in the group. Alfred does his best to mimic a deep guttural, but it's Alfred.
Okay.
Is
So-
it just heavy metal noises?
It's Corpse Grinder Fisher.
yeah. So you begin talking this deep
Language.
this deep guttural voice, and both of the goblins stop kicking for a moment and just stare at you. And then, Edward, you hear, "What was that? Oh God, that was terrifying! Those weren't words; those are just sounds. That was oh. This is the
Yeah,
worst.
They didn't understand you.
That's fair.
You did scare
right.
them though, so that's cool.
Well, that's a plus.
Yeah.
Elvish, maybe? I'm gonna try Elvish.
You begin having these light lilting words come out of your mouth, and they just look at you with pure confusion. They like start
Okay.
squinting.
Maybe
Nope.
deep speech. I'm gonna Alfred's like I'm fine. I will reach deep into my repertoire. I haven't spoken my native tongue in a long time.
How fluent are you in it? Is it like for sure, or is it a little rusty?
It's grammatically good, but the accent is terrible.
Okay, cool. So you you give them a weird country accent, and they're just like, "What?
Oh my god, it's deep speech. What? Hey,
Well, how they there?"
It's like second year language expert
it's that deep.
Spanish.
It's
where
deep
it's like
south.
it's clear that they've listened to a lot of people speak Spanish, but they do not comprehend like local dialect style Spanish to the point where they can manipulate an accent well enough that it's
I've
convincing.
never been so called out in my entire life.
Yeah.
Me too, my guy.
You speak it, but they have no recognition upon their faces.
What about Abyssal?
Well, gentlemen,
Harsha's gonna look a little surprised and say to Alfred in deep speech, well, I didn't know you spoke this. What is this?
I don't know what language you're speaking either.
you surprised me.
Understand.
Why would you know? Why would you know my native language?
I
Have
don't
you
even
been
know what
studying?
language this is. I just know it comes from my ancestral spirits.
Are they speaking in deep speech while saying this?
That is correct.
course.
Yes, they're going back and forth in a
I'm
language.
just, and I can understand this, and I'm just like, I just, this is weird.
I forgot you comprehend
weird.
languages right now. Yeah.
Exactly.
I
I'm
speak
like,
up
this
and
is
be
weird.
like, I guess I'm not the only one that knows it.
All right,
While
I'm
speaking in deep speech.
Hands up, I'm out.
Wait, you also speak a deep speech?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I think that Simmel and Alfred.
There you go, that's the one that
we
has the most
basically have
overlap.
all the same languages. We both speak Abyssal. We both speak Common. We both speak Deep Speech. We both speak Infernal. Right?
I don't speak Infernal. I speak
Okay,
I do.
Celestial.
I do.
So opposites.
There you go.
I speak
Alright.
to it in Celestial.
Well, I
No
will-
recognition, just confusion and terror.
I will
All
take the map again, and I want to point. I want to put it in front of the goblin's face, and I want to point one of their daggers at like right at the little black dragon mark on it, and just point, and see if they say anything.
Just to clarify too, which languages have been used? Just so I know.
Common,
Well-
Deep Speech, Elvish, Infernal,
Celestial.
and we have an. I can run Abyssal.
Okay.
This is great.
And then
I run
will-
Abyssal, which sounds amazing. Again, it's in the D&D chat. It sounds very.
I haven't actually
Very
heard
cool.
it, and I kind of wish I had beforehand. What does it sound like? Is it just? I just
It's
think.
very similar. So it's similar in pronunciation as Arabic.
Oh, okay.
And it's very pretty. It's very, very pretty.
So the minute you start speaking in Abyssal, they both look up at you with recognition, and you hear Edward. He speaks the language of the master.
Oh shit.
Apparently their lord or whatever speaks that language. I don't think they understand it. I think they just know a bit of it.
Do you two understand me?
They chitter back in a language you aren't familiar with. However, Edward hears. I don't know. I can't. We can't. I know the words, but I don't. I don't know how to talk back or respond. You see one of them, Alfred, just give you a little thumbs up.
Okay.
Like,
well,
oh, so you spoke Abyssal this whole time.
tell
Nice.
tell,
And
tell
I say
them
that.
continue. Tell them to continue speaking in their language, and we'll know what they're saying.
You're telling me to tell them that?
Whichever one's speaking that language.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they do understand?
They do. They seem to understand what you're saying. They don't know how to respond back in a language.
Okay.
You get the idea
So
they're probably used to taking orders in this language, not talking back in it.
okay, I point to the map with my pen, and I ask them, "What will I find in your encampment? What will I find on this mark?"
You see them look at each other and they talk real quick and they just go, we should lie. We shouldn't tell them what we see here. Well, they don't understand us. It's fine. They don't even know they're pointing at the city. It's the Forgotten City. They don't need to know about it. Maybe we gesture. Maybe we gesture something like,
I
Are they tied up with their hands together like that? Yeah.
yes. And they're like gesturing like food.
Are you relaying this information back to me?
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I am going to take the dagger out of Karsa's hand and I'm gonna pat him, soft hand the dagger, so that it's just like a nonverbal release, right? And I'm gonna take the dagger and walk up to the goblins, and I'm going to put the dagger on the ropes that they're tied up with, between their hands.
Mhm.
And I want to have a calming face. And when I get close enough to them, I'm going to whisper, "We do not take kindly to liars here." And I'm going to stab him in the hand with the dagger.
Oh, fuck. Make an attack roll. I mean, it auto
But not
hits.
terribly hard.
Okay. I'll say,
So-
how many points of damage are you looking to do?
Just I'm pressing the sharp edge
Ooh, all right.
against his hand. So actually, even better, because his hands are like this. I put the dagger in to make it look like I was going to cut this, and I just turned it. So now the blades are right against, the sharp parts are right against his wrists.
Oh, God. Make an intimidation check for me.
So
With advantage.
I would like to use minor illusion to boost this. I would like to make a black dragon appear behind him.
Okay.
16.
16, and I'm going to give, because you minor illusion, I'm going to give a flat bonus to that. So we're going to see if these guys fold like wet tissue paper. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you see both of them immediately begin to panic. And they just go, how do they know he was lying? How do they know we were lying? We didn't say anything. I don't understand. He must be with a master. You see both of them slump forward in a subservient bow.
Tell me of the Forgotten City.
He doesn't speak our language. I don't. Maybe he just kind of understands. Maybe we just look at him and stare at his eyes. They'll understand what we're saying. And they just give you long, meaningful stares, Alfred.
This is not how you communicate with your master, and it is not how you will communicate with me.
It is how we communicate with the master. What?
Write that one down.
Write that down.
Master reads minds.
Tell me about them. Tell me about your master.
You see both of them get a skeptical look for a moment. They're like, you should already know about the master. Why is he asking about the master? This is odd. Something's off here. We should be careful. You know, the master. The one we all serve and adore. That master.
Sure, charm person.
All right.
Regards you as a friend.
So I have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Whoops.
Okay.
Strong wisdom.
Turns
Oh,
out these are
no.
the smartest goblins.
So wise.
So wise.
You didn't even check him for a long beard, did you?
Nah.
I'm assuming a 12 does not save.
No, it does not.
So immediately both of them take that suspicious look and toss it out the window, and they're just like, no, he's one of the master's favorite. He's one of the chosen. He's one of the chosen of Sahir.
I am
Not
here to
here.
test you. I'm a representative, and I wish to know all that you know. Relish me with all the information you have about us and our glory.
We work for the great black dragon Zahir. The fangs of venom. The terror of the night.
At hearing this, I hold up the scroll and I like point at it. Like,
Yes, Zahir. And they gesture at their tattoos aggressively.
And what is our goal?
To bring him from the other side. To return him to this world.
And when we do,
They look at each other like they've just failed the answer on a quiz. They just didn't know. They're like, none of the above?
you're putting them on the spot. It's a little hard to answer.
They don't seem to know how to answer the question you given them. They're not
Samuel.
that smart.
okay.
Samuel, do the black goo thing.
Yes,
Okay.
make the black goo.
Yeah, and I kind of like force it out of my face a little bit if I can.
Okay. You see large ichor fangs kind of rear their way out of your face.
We point at him like,
Yeah. And they go, oh, it is one of the special few. He has the master's blood. He has the blood of Zahir.
welcome to the world of Black Dragon AIDS.
Why am I a warlock? I should be a sorcerer.
Is it too late
As
for
you can
multi-class?
As you can see, we are all representatives of the Chosen and should be regarded as allies.
Of course, of course.
Tell me about the Forgotten City. I wish to be entertained.
Oh. It's where the master's chosen few reside. It is the home to where Zahir's glory will be made manifest in this world.
Samuel's just gonna go there and have
It's
it
where
all
the
you can eat
spirit
today.
snatcher lays.
Oh,
It's sorry. What?
yeah,
Spirit
no,
snatcher?
let's not make jokes about that.
I didn't hear you. Oh.
Oh, sorry. It's where the spirit snatcher lays. The thief of souls.
I'm not. And what do we feel about the snake people? How do we feel about the Nazis?
They are being played by the master. They have been promised power, but it is a lie.
Shall receive this power as reward, if not the Nazis.
They are given what this one has. But that is not the extent of the master's power. The master's power is the master. When the master is made manifest, all those with his blood shall be erased.
Yep.
we look at you kind of grim, like.
And we just found out our friend's criminal.
No, correction. I look at you grim because I'm the one that can understand them.
The master
They
uses...
said you're fine. You're doing great.
Hey, you're doing great, buddy.
Nowhere but up.
Up into another realm. What?
The master uses the Nazis. They give them power so they may feed him, so they may ply him with spirits. When enough spirits have been consumed, his glory will be made manifest.
Just taking souls.
Good work. Well, I'm gonna go back to speaking common. Well, that's a lot. I'll be honest with you. I've had a number of political conversations revolving around both the multi-faction discourse that's occurring within Solar, and I have not slept nor ate. This information, frankly, is falling upon a empty plate here.
Would you ask them how close are they to bringing this thing back from the other side? And we've ran into 2 other beings with the blood today already. Ask them how many have the blood.
So, how close are we to wrapping this bad boy up? And how many
The
of
most
us have been
casual
given
ass.
the gift?
Yeah, where are we at timetable?
That's the problem is that I don't know the formal. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. I don't know the formal version of the language because I was only spoken to as a slave.
Just no slang.
I just only speak super casual.
Oh my
You
God.
slinging the casual abyssal anthem really does.
Casual abyssal.
You see both of them
Which,
go.
by the way, there is a formal and non-formal version.
Yeah. You see both of them look at each other and go, well, we must first take the continent. I'm assuming you're going to the raid today.
The raid. Oh yeah. What time is that and where? I just want to make sure I penciled it in correctly.
This evening. We're going to wipe out the resistance this evening.
Where? Where?
Well, I gotta take a nap.
He gestures for a map.
I hold the map up.
You're the one that has the map. I
You
think.
were
Yeah.
going.
I
It's
am.
already marked. You were going.
Huh?
You
Theo's
see the
mark.
mark that Theo had left
Yeah.
on your map.
He's staying with the resistance, and they're gonna. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's not good. We should. Fuck.
What?
You just see both goblins look at each other and go, we should fuck.
I didn't say that in abyssal.
You said it in your voice.
Okay.
Are you going to cut us free so we can go join the others?
I have one moment. Just have to talk to my pals here. So I made acquaintance with a man from the wanted posters. I don't know if that was.
Oh yes, Simul.
Symbols
we
on
have-
the wanted posters.
No, we've encountered Theo.
Theo. Does Theo ring any bells?
Oh, you muted, dude. You're still muted, dude.
Muted. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
But, like I'm just like gasping for barley mod.
Malt.
I mean, that's
I
what
think it
he
was
claimed.
Mount.
It's
Mount.
M-A-L-T. It's M-A-L-T. Barley malt.
He's barley
Barley
malt.
malt.
Beerman.
Oh.
Beerman.
Let me just go correct that.
Theo Beerman.
Theo Bierman.
That's who I'm here for. That's the whole reason I'm here. He's the whole reason I'm like this. He's
You
alive?
You see, you may have mentioned that, but the problem is, it completely slipped my mind.
I mean,
anyway,
You might be
we
dying
happen-
tonight.
We happen to have We happened to have saved him from the Nazis last night, and we made our acquaintance. And it turns out that he's a fan of my work. And as you know, I do anything for my fans and only for my fans. It appears, according to our little rapscallions here, and I give one of them a little bit of a noogie, that he's staying with the resistance fighters, and they are going to be wiped out tonight.
we need to go there right now.
I need a nap.
Yeah, I'm real tired.
I'm real tuckered. I'm all out of magic.
You two look absolutely
I mean,
beside
geez, man,
yourselves.
my stomach just feels terrible just drinking beer and smoking cigars all night.
Fuck it, we've had quite the eve.
Starving.
I may.
I'm losing my
How-
fucking mind right now.
How far is the encampment?
It's only like an hour outside of town, if you remember.
Okay.
And when is the attack going to happen?
Evening.
Tonight.
You
That's
know,
all
it's
we
in the evening, yes, and it is just early morning now.
And can you remind me on the map from the city that we're the settlement
Mhm.
to the spot that the resistance marked on the map? How far that was?
That's what that is. So that's an hour. Solar is 1 hour away from the resistance.
Oh, but we're not an hour from Solar. We're close to Solar.
Correct.
Yeah,
you
we should
are
be, like,
you are
right outside.
Yeah, we're on the
yeah, you're about
Okay, okay. I
15
thought
20
we were-
minutes outside.
Now, I could be bothered to maybe, after receiving a full stomach, be carted or carried forth to said location and perhaps meet with Barley Mingle again.
Where did he say he was going to be staying?
Oh, he spoke to me and he said he was staying with a group of, what did he say? What did he say?
Grungs.
He said he's staying with a group. Grung. He's staying with a group of grungs at this encampment. And initially he lied to me about his location, but his judge of character and his understanding of literary greatness felt him compelled to share with me the actual location. And
After
this
you
is a
saved
thing
him.
we would not had were it not for the amazing and incredible clout of Alfred P. Wells and his noted writing veracity.
Does the name or Grung sound familiar to me?
I
at
like
all?
the idea of none of us knowing what a grung is. I really do.
100%. No one here
Yeah.
knows what a grung is.
Perfect.
No clue.
Not
love it.
not even the faintest.
I love it so much.
Okay.
Make it
Don't look it up, Alex. Don't look it up.
No, he didn't know like or he didn't mention like a place. He just mentioned he was staying with Grungs.
No, he has the
Yeah,
map.
it's marked on
he
the
has it
map.
marked on the map.
I've
Yeah.
been
Oh, where
pointing
he's
to a
staying.
map.
Oh, okay.
But out of the eyesight of the fucking goblins, just so that's clear.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not just like, right here!
No, I mean,
Your
you could
friend's
do that.
right here!
You could do that as if you were relaying the information of we need to go there for the raid.
Yeah, yeah.
And also they're still charmed by you, so like I don't fucking know what to tell you.
I unfortunately, I'm famished. I'm withering. I'm becoming that of dust in a cross-grown desert.
Oh my God! Let's get you to
I'm
the bed then.
crestfallen
We need to
and-
do something
and
about this
desolate.
eventually.
Prostrate.
I just love
My
how we give you this information and then we're so insensitive about what you want right now.
Oh
that
my
we're just
fucking
like,
God.
I'm tired, man.
Like,
What a night.
But it's so character building, and I don't mean to fucking casting couch this mid game, but that you and I literally have just been smoking cigars and fucking around a casino all night, and these two are literally half dead. We're
I
like,
was gonna say,
We're
Karsa
I
has
need a nap and I need nummies.
in my head
Like,
in my head canon, Karsa is fucking silent just because he's been bleeding and woozy like this the whole time.
Also-
like it's so clear we're built different and not in the good way.
Also,
Yeah.
It's like even with all as soon as all this comes out, he's like all business, blood dripping from him. He's like, I don't give a shit. Something was about needs beheaded in this evening. Let's get ready. But
Yeah, which is why we need rest.
yeah. So Karsa
We do
does
like a
turn-
quick rest and then get fucking to it.
I'm gonna turn to Simuel and be like, wait, this friend, this is the one that I saw crossed out.
Yeah, with the rat thing, the rats in the tunnels you talked about.
What are the chances that he also has one of these bloods in him, these parasites?
I don't
Oh
know.
yeah. The dragon god's gonna like kill you all and whatnot too. Yeah.
I'm not worried about that right now.
I mean,
I'm
you should
worried
be.
that when
Like
you find him, one of you is
some
gonna
sense
try
of
to eat
self
the
would be
other one.
important.
If he's still my friend, if there's some semblance of him inside, maybe we can figure this out together.
Okay, well, and I'll look back to Alfred and Edward. You two need to know sooner rather than later that this guy, and I point to Simuel, almost got taken over by his symbiote more than once tonight. He tried to eat multiple other symbiotes, including a vampire lord and a giant lizard. It's questionable who's in control sometimes. Let's get
Yeah.
Simuel, should we be concerned about you? Are you all there?
Right now, I'm good.
Make a wisdom saving throw, Simuel.
Oh God.
Guess who gets a room to themselves? Because that was his roommate.
Guess who's sleeping in handcuffs?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
I got a 5.
Cool. Out of 5, Samuel gets a Make an insight check. Anyone who wants to make a quick insight check.
Well, I mean, I think we all are at this point. Like
Watching his ass.
15.
12.
All right, now, are you trying to actively convey that, or do you know that you're being deceptive? Simul?
19.
No, he's not being
I say-
deceptive. So here's the thing.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm asking
Oh,
him now
sorry.
as an option. Does like I've gone and said I'm fine, and then the minute fine came out of my mouth, I was like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm
So
saying
that's
like,
your opportunity to double down, or do you
I'm in
kind of just
control right now. That is 100% truthful.
Or
As
is
far,
it?
as far as I know.
okay? So you're being genuine, is what we're
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Fantastic. Okay.
15.
19.
12.
No, that's it. That's all I needed. Thank you.
Oh, okay. All right. Nice.
The fuck?
Thank you, Steven.
Here, Al.
So, gentlemen, I believe that what our order of operations is we should return to base, stow some of our items, prepare for an hour's trek, and in doing so, maybe take merriment and fill ourselves with some sort of breakfast, and maybe mounted transport. That way we can nap.
Give us the nap. Give us the map. And free us. Free us.
You do
What
what
are
you
they
want
saying?
with them. They want us to free them, and they want us to give them the map.
Maybe
Which
we should
map?
just
Their map.
Which
let
map?
them know.
Yeah, their map that he was so scared of earlier that could have put us to sleep, I guess.
Maybe we ask them for some details about the attack tonight, and then Go ahead, then.
Yeah. What type of attack are we mounting this evening? What should I bring in preparation for the event?
There's going to be many of us, but there's going to be some of us. There's going to be 2 of the Masters chosen. And then I think one of them is able to manipulate spirits. Yes, manipulate spirits.
So there's gonna be a lot of them. 2 of them, like
So,
our friend here, and then somebody that controls the dead. I can guess from what they said.
And you need the map to get there? You don't know how you 2 don't know how to get there without the map.
You see both of them in unison shake their head no.
Maybe we let them go and just say like, hey, don't mention us about your good pals. It's supposed to be a surprise that we're showing up tonight.
His thing, his spell, does something counterintuitive to that.
So we have to kill
Which
them.
is why I'm going to quickly and try
Also
to
memory.
No, alter the map and move. I want to blend out where they have marked and then mark somewhere totally,
God.
totally fucking different, because they're gonna have malice toward me after this, and so they're gonna tell all of their fucking friends that we're gonna be there, and that's where the raid is, and it's gonna be somewhere fucking else. Now, my question to you, Edward, as I lean in and I say, oh, I just need to accentuate where on the map, just really highlight, because this is a broad detail. I want to sharpen it for you. Hey, where should I send these fucking idiots?
to hell.
Where better question is on my general map, where is the Nazi headquarters?
I was gonna say, where's a good UNT base that we
Yeah.
or know at least kind of about,
So you
because they went to an outpost at one point.
you are familiar with where an outpost is near the town if you want to mark that.
Yep,
It's where
that's
one of the
near town.
checkpoints are.
There, put that there.
Do either of you have proficiency in either forgery or map or cartography? Yeah,
Oh,
whoever
good
saw
question.
proficiency in cartography ever come up in D&D game. Wild.
Features and traits, right?
Yeah.
I do have a forgery kit.
That would
That will
would
help.
give you, yes, that would help if you're proficient. Yes.
Yeah, if you're proficient in it, are you?
I am not.
Less
Edward?
useful.
No.
I can't find my proficiencies.
Tell you what I'm proficient in.
You just hold up the map, punch one of the goblins. in the head.
Where the fuck are my proficiencies in this daggum thing? Oh, proficiencies in languages. Gotcha.
Tell me about them rabbits.
Beyond sucks.
I don't think I am.
Okay.
I'm not in any
you can just make
tools,
a sleight of hand check then
so-
for me to alter the map.
Okay. 22.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, you managed to you managed to just like make it look like you're just kind of scrubbing something out, just getting a little bit of the powder off. But as you do, you manage to take some of the ink and just spread it over, like just enough so it looks like it's at the checkpoint instead. It's a perfect smudge.
I kind of like the idea of them stumbling upon like an Allosaurus nest. And it's just like a whole bunch of dinosaur predators just run at them. Hilarious.
At the end of the day, too, we're trying to make cartography that is reasonable enough to fool goblins. So
Yeah.
And
I don't know that I
maybe
need to be that
the
much of an
tomato-
expert.
You stick a piece of gum on, and they're like, "Oh,
That's splotch.
and so I fold up the map nicely and I tuck it into their shirt.
You added their base onto your map, right?
Yeah, I've transferred all the information.
and they just
we
kind of
should have
gesture.
forgotten
Okay, free us, free us, free us, free us.
Karsa, I know this might pain you, and this will put you in a negative disposition for the rest of the day. We're going to need you to take one for the team on this one. We are letting these two go.
Foolish. Take
No,
myself for 1
Karsa.
second. I'm gonna like kind of aim it at the neck, and I'm gonna take my wrist and just flick it,
Karsa.
and I'm gonna go to cut the one. I'm gonna cut the tie at the wrist.
You
Oh
s-
no! I'm not gonna cut my rope. I want to save these. I'm gonna tie
Yeah,
it.
save it. Save it. There you go.
I was genuinely like, is he gonna do it?
No, I'll untie. I'll
Okay.
simply reach down, untie it. A little.
Only need one to send a message.
Yeah, you undo the rope, and both of them go, all right, we're ready to go. We'll see you tonight.
Uh-oh. I didn't
Oh,
hear any of that.
didn't.
Can you hear me now?
Steve's internet's dying.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
There we go. There we go. I think
Alright.
you're catching up.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry.
You see both of them go, all right, we're ready to go. Are we gonna see you tonight?
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
And you see both of them look, they just kind of get excited and they begin running off into the little ferns into the jungle.
Hope they attack those Nazis with the amount of fervor that I would if I were as young and virile as they are. Anyway, gentlemen, breakfast.
It is at this moment, Carsey, you realize you still have the rest of their belongings on your person.
Whatever. Keep it. They
Rat
aren't making
bones
it back
you
to
can
camp.
think to do.
They aren't making it back to camp. That's
Ev-
just,
Every
they're gonna
weird
die on their
pebble they
way.
could pick up. Bits of cloth, unending.
Okay.
Do they have like a really cool looking bone I can give to my son?
I don't think they have a cool. Are you
Aw,
are you going
damn.
through their stuff?
Yeah, sure. If,
Oh,
if it's shown to me.
You do. Well, first of all, Carsey, are you showing? Okay.
That's what I mean, yeah.
If you are looking for it, you do see like the large claw of one of the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh, dude, he would love that. Can I have this?
The rotting one, yeah.
He would love that too, actually. Yeah.
You pluck it from the bag.
Sure. Sweet.
The
Go that
rest
way.
of these items, there's a lot we have to go over. We'll show you when we get to breakfast.
Okay. So where do you
Alright,
choose to go? I assume you're returning to Solar.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Did our favorite tavern have a section or a table that had a little bit of privacy, or was it just super wide open?
The
We can
blue.
go back to where we met
They
with.
did, where
we
Holiday.
can meet with What's
Holiday.
his name? Yeah, Holiday. We'll meet with Holiday and see if we can't relay the information because he's got connections within the Resistance. Because I mean, so basically, and this is table talk ish, but my primary goal would be to, in some way, protect or exfil Barleymound. But I also don't want the Resistance to just get wiped. So if we can start laying groundwork for that as well, that'd be cool. But at the end of the day, our operational design is to just exfil Barlamount. Okay? Does that sound or do I sound stupid? You can tell me that I sound stupid.
I'll go with sure if that's what we're all agreeing on. And Theo does have to do with our mission here, so
Yeah. Well, and I figured it would be more like I'm basically asking Simmel, is that what you want? What do you want?
I just want to see my friend again.
Right. So yeah, let's try to meet it.
I see the resistance as obviously possible allies, but I also, sorry, Samuel, but I see your friend as a possible enemy. Go into this carefully. I don't trust. Well, I've seen multiple of these symbiotes so far, and they're all bad news. All of them.
all of them.
So as we make our way back into town, I would like to when we get into the tavern, speak to somebody and send for Holiday.
Okay.
While we seat ourselves for breakfast.
You arrive at the Blue Oasis.
I never left. He's just
No. You arrive
Get
at
out
the
of
Blue
my
Oasis. You do see the large barkeep is kind of getting everyone plied with drinks, etc. If you choose to
Like this
ask him,
place.
what?
Ass crack in the morning and everyone's getting supplied with drinks. I like it.
So
yeah,
you notice
a
these
holiday
are
location.
more breakfast beverages at this point. It's a variety of
Mimosas.
fruit juices that you're not familiar with.
rage.
This tequila and lime juice mixture. This is wonderful.
Tequila. You see the large tabaxi who is kind of again cleaning out glasses, pouring jugs, and just bringing other pitchers to other tables. Let's see, we're gonna actually pull up his name because I have it because I have a whole wiki now. Yay!
Wild. That's awesome.
Yeah.
World Anvil, but not really.
Osa is the large
Osa?
tabaxi. Osa.
Osa.
So you recognize the familiar face, and Osa is pouring drinks. And he recognized you as you all enter into the tavern. He goes, "My friends, come here, please."
Hello. Yes.
Oh, please tell me you have breakfast.
I do not have breakfast for you. You could purchase it from the vendors. I can ply you with a beverage, but unfortunately, I do not carry breakfast with the market so close. No, your friend Holiday, he wanted me to let you know he has business this evening, apparently. He will not be in town today.
Do we have any way of contacting him? We have some pressing, urgent information that needs to be extended to him.
He did not leave any contact information. He said it was rather urgent.
What of his compatriot? We met her as well.
I am not familiar with his compatriot. I have only seen you with Mr.
Her name
Holiday.
is Verity.
Shut the fuck up.
You've met a Verity.
Shut the fuck up.
Clearly, we have not. I must have been hallucination. Sorry. It's
Well,
been-
I looked down at all like
since
the
we've
bloody
blown into
holes.
town, it's been quite a
he's-
whirlwind of
Yeah.
meeting people. And,
He said clarity. He needs clarity.
yeah, he needs clarity.
Maybe I got the name wrong. I need one of those
He's-
drinks you're talking about.
You see, he's been bleeding. It's
I
yeah.
see. Yes.
And
You-
I'm gonna reach into that sack of stuff I got off of like the vampire's body, and I know there's 500 gold in there. And I'm just gonna
He
grab,
just
like,
takes a
3
bunch
of
of
them.
money out.
I was gonna take like 3 of them and put them on the counter and be like, drinks for all of us.
my friend, I
However
will,
much that'll get us.
I will supply you with drinks. I will go to the market myself and get you breakfast, should you require. The
Do
room,
that.
obviously,
Yes.
without question, is still yours, should you wish it.
I will just take, and I want to point to the. Is there a table that's a little out of the way?
Yeah,
The one that we sat at with
Yeah, there is.
Holiday?
Yes, there is a
Holiday.
far back table.
We'll take that
Just a
table.
bunch of broken lights near it.
Yes, it is broken lights. There's chips in the actual plaster of the building.
Yeah.
And we'll take the food and drinks.
No dummies in the corner. Right?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh my
is,
god.
is there anything I should?
Hold on. That's like 2-3 weeks travel back home. We're good, man. I think you're safe here.
Is there anything you wish I should pick up for you at the market while I'm out?
Anybody have any specific breakfast they want?
Are there any services you require? Any food that I can present you with? Anything of that sort?
Do you know? And I'll pull out my sword. Are there master sword workers or stone workers who may be able to fix this?
I'm sorry, sir, but I do not see anything wrong with it.
You said it was pitted?
You look at the blade and you see all of the pits have been removed. It is that slick, lean, like it is still pure slab of stone at this point.
I don't trust it.
I'm gonna run my hand over the blade and never mind. Like I said, my head.
Is there anything else I could do for you, sir?
I'm gonna head to the table.
Can you pick us up some?
Do you need a cleric, medicinal help of any sort?
Oh, I have an odd request. Is there a mortuary in the city?
Are you like a place for the dead?
A place that caters to ceremonies for the dead.
I mean, I'm sure I can arrange someone. Who's a shaman, perhaps.
Well, you see, I'm in the market for a container to bore a whole corpse.
So
A casket or a coffin.
you see the fur visibly kind of stand up on the back of his neck. I'm sorry, sir. You require what?
a casket. You see.
I see. Yes, I am certain I can find someone to ply you with one. Is there any particular requests?
Out of respect for the potential occupant and the grandiosity that they deserve, I'm looking for one that is quite padded, comfortable, to be
I see.
transported long distances in the event of their untimely demise.
I see. I think I am familiar with someone. It will cost a little extra if you are comfortable.
I'm quite comfortable. But that is all word of mouth. Just express it to them and I will meet with them later. I think breakfast is the more paramount.
I see. I understand. Depending on the amount of luxury you are looking for, I assume 50 gold pieces would be a fair price.
Did he say 50? 50?
50.
Yeah.
We could work with that.
I see. All right, I will look around, and should I find such a merchant, I will return to you with the required pay. Is there anything else before I depart?
Oh, so you've done a wonderful job.
You see him bow deeply, and they go,
Samuel, I thought you wanted something as well. You started to say something earlier.
Oh, I was gonna ask him to pick up some like raspberry danishes if he could find some for all of us.
I am unfortunately unfamiliar with what a raspberry Danish is, but
Does it have street meat?
I can ply you with meat from the town's finest butcher, should you wish.
Yes.
Sure. Maybe I can make something. Is your kitchen open for operation? If I wanted to
It
make
would-
something.
Be my honor, absolutely, yes, feel free.
Okay. Yeah, if you could pick us up some. Do you have stuff to make a pie by chance, or?
We have several ingredients, yes.
Pit monkey pie. Pit monkey pie.
In what is
Or wait,
perhaps the most horrendous sentence I've ever heard clapped.
Yep.
Or wait, no pies. Never pies. Maybe like meat Danish. Yeah, meat Danish. I'll make something good.
I see.
Meat
meatloaf.
Danish is
He's
an
gonna make a
avant-garde
meatloaf.
punk band's name.
Well, the kitchen is yours. I shall depart, and
It'd be monkey loaf.
you
I give him
see,
the list of stuff that I would need for a meat Danish.
he has most of it. And you realize, like, a lot of
Okay.
the flour, a lot of the processed sugar, etc. It's all in the bag. Like, that's not too much of an issue. At this point, he's securing meat for Carson anyway, so he's just going to go look for meat that would presumably fit in a dessert fashion.
And you call it the baked monkey.
Yeah,
All right, I shall depart.
bake tape.
Should you need anything else, do not hesitate to ask. I shall be back. And you see him
Big
gesture
babe,
to several
good.
of the other staff members who begin taking over his role. filling jugs, getting people plied with food, getting them ready for drink, etc.
Oh, primed ape.
Oh,
There-
So you
There's
see
the
him
thing I didn't
depart the
need.
Blue Oasis, and you are left alone to your thoughts.
So Karsa leads the way to that back table and says, "Time to quickly catch you up on what's happened."
Ah, yes. I also have some information that I'd like to share. Possible opportunities maybe rearing their heads for us within the afterlife. And I actually mean the establishment. I'm not being macabre, surprisingly,
For once.
for once.
For once.
Well, when your carriage took off, we entered the jungle. It wasn't long until a feral man with fangs attacked, and a beast with, was it many tails?
yeah, and it seemed
out
to
of
like
no-
shimmer.
It was an epic fight. In the end, the man that attacked us was a vampire. He named himself.
Like straw? Strayed?
Stradvan
Strahd.
smoothie.
I would
Ivanovich.
assume Alfred probably would be familiar with who Stradvan Varovich is.
Stravan milkshake.
Bavarovich?
Not
Strahd.
maybe
I
as like a
don't think
real
you
person,
would.
but as a character.
I don't think you would, period.
Straw and thick
separate
milkshake.
plane.
There we go.
It's just entirely different lore. Like, it's just not something
Okay.
you'd be familiar with.
Okay.
Are we sure?
like-
Are we sure this one's not a vampire lord? Want a coffin and all that.
After just killing the beast, we talked to the
If
vampire.
you did actually disembowel a vampire lord, you would have some vampire trinkets, correct? So you would
We
never
do.
be empty-handed. Would
Before I
happen
show
to
you
have-
those, you should know the interaction between Simul and this vampire. Because it was not a normal vampire. It had one of these parasites in it. Simul and this thing seemed very much to want to work together or eat each other or destroy each other. It was hard to understand what was happening. It was the first time I saw Simul starting to potentially lose control. But to his credit, he seemed to win.
I had a strange sense of hunger and malice. I am not proud of what happened.
Simul, it is clear that the events that will be spilled out before us in our journey today and therefore after within the jungle will be encountering many of these symbiote-type creatures. Do you genuinely believe that you'll be able to maintain self-control, or are you just being needlessly optimistic and putting the rest of us and therefore your party in danger?
Honestly,
When do you take a step
I'm
back?
afraid. I'm very afraid.
Then what do we do to ensure your safety?
I don't know. The only thing I know right now is that I have to see my friend at least one more time.
How
Simul, I ask you as a positively reflected acquaintance. If we need to make drastic measures in the future to prepare for a potential eventuality where you no longer have control and have been deemed a threat by us, do understand that all of our precautionary measures are not personal, and as an individual, we care quite greatly for you. But we will need to have contingencies in place, and we will not need to share them with you.
That's understood.
That said, I never wish anything negative to befall you. You have bread to need and need to bread, and I do not want to get in the way of that. But if at any point your parasitic friend decides to rear their ugly head and replace yours with theirs, we will remove it. I look to Karsa.
How did your dual occupancy with this thing even begin? Did you sign a contract?
No, it was
Eat it.
no contract. It all started. There was a dark and stormy night.
Yep.
I had gotten news that my friend Theo Barley Malt had passed I was sent to check on the body, and then a few days later, I was asked to go clear out his belongings at his office. In one of the drawers, there was a vial, a container that had some kind of black ichor ooze inside of it. No idea what it was. Threw it in the box, along with some papers and other trinkets that he had. On my way home, I took a shortcut, and I got jumped. They slashed me from shoulder down through my chest. I was laying there bleeding. They slashed my eye. I almost died. And then there was a faint sound of glass breaking. And then I felt a surge. And I looked back down. I was healed. There was blood. I don't know what happened. I picked up all my stuff and I went home. Then I noticed a couple weeks after I could see things that nobody else seemed to be noticing. Tried to continue my life as is, and then met up with you guys. So, that's my story.
How would you describe your relationship with this individual? As much as I regret to say that I've eavesdropped, I've heard you speaking to it.
No, it's fine. It's all out in the open. We kind of tried to make a deal at first. I would take over during the day. He would use my body at night to do whatever. It was just kind of there in the background. But ever since our encounter on the ship, when I devoured or consumed one of those things, it started to push back more, and I feel like I'm losing control.
Similar,
And
what do we do?
I fear that if another one gets inside, there's not going to be anything left for me.
Similar, what do we do when you outgrow your friend? And what do we do if your friend outgrows you?
If I outgrow it, then I will still fight tooth and nail. If it outgrows me, bet your damnedest I'm going to do everything to make sure that doesn't happen.
Can I analyze his mannerisms to see, like, out of a scale of 1 to 10, his fear? What is his concern level?
You can make an insight check.
Well, I'm a fear guy.
Yeah.
I can see when people are scared.
You can make the insight check. I will say that, Alex, you do get to set the DC. How easy is it to tell whether or not you're perturbed, and then you can decide to what
And he
extent.
also said he was
Remember,
scared earlier.
I'm a master of fear.
And he's straight up admitting. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
He straight up
I'm
admitted-
wearing my heart
He should
in
have
my chest.
admitted that he was
All right,
scared.
then I'll say you don't have to make an insight check. I will say, Simul, you tell me on a scale of 0 to 10, where are you at shaking in your boots?
A 7. But I am straightforward and brutally honest, and the fear drops away from my face when I say that I will make damn sure that it doesn't happen. And that is a level of confidence that is not shown much by me.
Gentlemen, we need to have a brief discussion before we head out for the evening. All of us, I would say, are men of righteous intent. Would we all agree?
No.
And those of us that aren't are indifferent. More truthful statement?
Don't like the word righteous. It's twisted by the wrong people all the time. But I'd agree you are all less disagreeable than most people.
I think it's worth noting that none of us here necessarily want to see a scrappy bunch of individuals within their homeland be crushed by Nazis, correct?
Correct.
I think indifferent was correct, actually.
Edward, your litigiousness and legally geared mind is quite a delight to me. It reaps horrors not usually seen in the macabre world. That said, I do believe that our number one course of action, our primary goal with this incursion is we need Simmel to have an interaction with Barleymount. And in that case, Barleymount needs to survive. I will do what I can to spare the members that he is living with, and Alfred darts a look around the room to ensure that he's able to speak confidently.
Make a quick perception check.
You looking for Nazis?
22.
Start
At
hissing,
22,
find 'em.
you notice the bar itself is suspiciously absent of Nazis, as though perhaps they're rallying their strength elsewhere.
For the raid.
So we will do what we can. We will conduct our war with that of espionage. And I feel that it is in our best interest to get information moving faster than troops. Because let's face it, other than my fine fellow here, and I slap Karsa on the back, and it sounds loud, but Karsa moves not at all. We are distinctly lacking in the carnal strength. I say we will do what we can, but worst case scenario, Simmel, do we extract Barleymount?
Yeah.
All right. So the plan is in order then. I feel that it is worth noting that the parcel that I've requested is multifaceted and has multiple purposes, especially for someone in my line of work. But should we need to extract and remove both ourselves and Barleymount from a hairy situation, I say that we claim neutral, persuade them into believing we are in the wrong place at the wrong time, and we smuggle Barleymount away in the casket.
How would we think to make them, or sorry, how would we make them think that we're just going away with a casket that doesn't have somebody they're looking for in it?
Well, I am Alfred P. Wells. I always have a casket.
You don't right now.
I
That's why
have
I'm sending
invisibility.
Does that work on objects?
I'm a master of stage, and if I need to perform some paltry peasant magic and do a quick disappearing act inside a casket, I believe I can pull that out, sir. I am a world-renowned performer. If you don't think I've made a full casket look empty before, or for that matter, a empty casket look full, you are sadly mistaken.
If
We
this
put a-
does
we put a
happen
real
at
body on it.
night, if this does happen at night, I can cast darkness on the coffin.
See, then we have plenty of options. We had no need for concern.
Yeah.
Side
We
note,
put
it
a-
says anything the target is wearing or carrying becomes
The-
invisible. Is he
Well, I
wearing
guess-
the coffin?
I
No.
guess if Karst is carrying the coffin.
No, it's
I'll give you a lot, Alex. No.
We
It's
put
only
a
a
real
Russia, the
corpse.
coffin's wearing him.
We put a real corpse in the coffin. We put Theo in the coffin. We make Theo invisible, and he passes any inspection. It's quite elementary.
I adore you, Karsa.
My dear Watson.
Problem solved. Now,
My dear Karsa.
you did rightfully bring up the idea that maybe he had some trinkets with him, and I'm gonna open my bag and first.
Wait, should we do this in the room or not, like out in public?
That's why I kind of wanted a table in the corner. It's not too busy near us, is it?
No, and it's
Yeah,
not. So it's actually right around the corner to the point where like it's hard to be seen from the main portion of the bar. You have to
it a
deliberately
booth?
walk this way.
Yeah,
Is it a
Carson's not
booth?
too worried about someone walking up and taking something.
Yeah.
I'd call that opportunity. I'm gonna take out the 3 first glass bottles. 2 of them, the potions of greater healing, will probably look the same. But then I'm gonna pull
Sorry,
out these.
there are 3 potions of healing. Oh no, you
Hydrate.
you drank one. Yes. Yep.
I put a small bottle filled with gelatinous fluid and filled with tiny shards next to them. I have no idea what that is. I take out just the long rapier, and I set it next to them. I take out a magic wand and set it next to that. I take out the 2 thick books and just thunk them down onto the table next to that. Well, he did have that. I'll point to the mithril scale mail that's on Simul.
Yeah.
He was wearing that. I will take the elaborate cloak out. Like, Simul, you couldn't have dragged me on this. And I'll fold it up, and I won't fold it up. I'll throw it in a big pile onto the table. And finally, I'll pull out the fanciest thing to Karsa. I want to take out that royal scepter. I want to lay that a little carefully down. This is what he had.
Oh, my, I have not gazed upon vampire accoutrement in ages, but this must have been quite the aristocrat.
He said he like was a emperor, ruler of a town or something, or
He seemed to think fairly highly of himself, at least.
Gentlemen, are you sure that this will not put a target on us?
I mean, we killed him.
I mean, this person was
May I
alone in the
inspect
jungle,
some of these
probably.
items? As you can see, it is right up my alley. I am fascinated with what you brought.
Why you're here?
I don't know nothing of any of this.
Where are the
Right.
books?
Can I inspect the little
That's a
vial
pointy.
after?
That's a pointy sword.
So
That's a bottle of liquid. I don't know.
if you could make an Arcana check, but it will not give you the same substance, or even remotely the same substance, as someone who can cast inspection would.
Yeah, which none of us can, or identify. You mean? None
Identify,
of us can.
sorry, yes.
Oh wait, actually, I
Are
guess
you
a
asking
bard. A
me?
bard is the closest thing we could have to that. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, are
You
you,
also-
telling me?
you do
I'm
also-
sorry, Or are you telling Sybil?
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
All players.
All of us.
I was player talking, saying, "Hey, everyone, you could also have Osa search for someone to perform identify for you."
So, I mean, so what are the books? Shouldn't the books just say what the books are?
You, even without looking, can tell both of the books are magic.
Okay.
What do they say?
Reading the top, it does not. Actually, is your comprehend language just still up?
Yes.
No.
I have to be touching. I have to be touching it. So.
So I can
Was
read any language.
Oh fuck!
Oh yeah, he does have. He took that one.
I
Yeah.
can read the book.
Okay, so you see the near indistinguishable symbols shape themselves into common for you. And the first one says the Tome of Understanding. The second says the Tome of Leadership and Influence.
Like understanding
not touching it,
people,
so.
or like understanding.
That
to
is
read
just
it.
what the
No.
title says.
Okay. All right. I pass the information along. So
These look like they could be immensely powerful, and I think they would be quite good for our collection. I do think that maybe the middle of a jungle village is not the best place for us to either be flaunting or trying to identify these items. It seems like it would put a pretty reasonable target on our back. Mayhaps we obscure them for the time being and touch on them later.
I love the
bag of holding.
idea. I love the idea of Strahd having 2 books on him that are how to be a nice leader for dummies. And-
Yeah.
How to be a better person. Start as self-improvement books, and you can't convince me
exactly.
otherwise.
That's
That's
what
why
I
he
love.
was here. He's like, turning over a new leaf.
Leaf. Yep.
better
I'm gonna
life.
Become the leader of new people, and I'm gonna listen to them. I'm gonna be very understanding. Like,
he was attacking a harmless displacer beast.
I think he was being attacked by the displacer beast. I don't know. I
You
wasn't
were
there.
there.
Exactly. I wasn't there. Yep. You tell your tale.
All right, gentlemen. Votes to obscure this, probably in our satchel of with the pocket dimension. Yes.
You think for now none of this can help us, and you know what none of it is?
What does that scepter do? Can we like investigate?
You can attempt to inspect it with Arcana. Again, it's not going to give you the same as identify would
Yeah,
give you. But
I'll paw over everything. I have a high Arcana, if that's what you want me to do, just to see the base information of what we can get out of it. Sound good?
All right, everybody roll. Let's do it.
Yeah, Carson
No,
basically
so
put all
Let's
this on
let
the
Alex.
table.
Let's let Alex just do it.
Yeah,
So
I got a 10 on the Arcana.
Yeah, when Carson put
scepter.
all this on the table, the way he looks at the three of you is like, "You all do magic. Give me answers."
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's doing what? So I will say each object can only be done by one person with one attempt.
Okay, fuck that. I'll inspect
Again,
the vial, I guess. But
I've
Okay,
got the
so you're
higher
gonna inspect the
stuff,
little
if you want me to.
the one of the
Small
potions.
bottle filled with.
yeah, but how good is your
fluid
luck,
and filled with
Jr.?
green
How good is your
shards.
luck?
That's true.
Maybe if you give me
You could
bardic
also, yeah, I was
inspiration.
gonna say if you want to give
Mhm.
Simul some bardic inspiration, it might help his chances
Yeah, I'll do
identifying. All right, so
I just
Simul,
want to inspect the vial. That's it.
yeah. So you
So.
have you already rolled?
I'd rolled for the book.
I'll give
Oh, no,
give you
the
a
scepter.
separate roll for the
Okay.
vial.
Well, so this can be done after the roll, before knowing the outcome.
Yeah.
My bardic inspiration. So as long as you don't know the outcome already.
I got a unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20, and you can also add the bardic
D6.
inspiration too.
if
a
you want.
D6.
Yep.
A 1.
All
I
right,
got a
so
21.
Yeah,
21.
There you go.
21 is sufficient. You recognize this as something very rare. It is a potion of invulnerability.
Ooh.
It's handy.
You know for 1 minute after you drink this potion, you have resistance to all damage.
Fuck.
That's a long time.
It is a long time.
You know what? A great way to test it: jump off the cliff and chug it.
Hopefully the cliff isn't a longer fall than a minute. Wow.
I
Okay.
said on the way down, chug it.
Oh no. Alfred's
Hilarious.
done polymorph.
Yeah.
Okay.
So wow. Okay.
First
that's pretty
I-
neat.
Yep. Feel free.
I
Whoever's
share that.
tracking this, write that down.
I did.
All right. Perfect.
Thank you, Karsa.
Potion of invulnerability, tome of leadership, tome of understanding are the three I've written down.
Perfect.
I like how Karsa's supposed to be the dumb one, but he keeps all the notes.
He's just a note taker. Like, that's just the way it is, man.
His his
He's
players
l-
are not occupied.
Yeah.
Like even Derek's just like, yeah, Carso wouldn't pay attention to this
Like as a
whatsoever.
player,
Like, he
when
just-
the only option available for you to roleplay is violence, like the rest of your time is just spent doing whatever.
I was really hoping you'll point to this wand or this scepter and say, "Yeah, if you point that at shit, it'll blow up." Like that's all he's hoping for.
dude, it's a wand of fireball. Like,
That-
he just-
That wand, wherever you are, will make street meat on demand. Like, and you give me anything like that.
It makes everything
So-
smell and taste like street meat.
the wand of streeted meat.
I'm going to check out all those other items, I suppose. Then, if that's to the will of everyone.
I mean, I still think you should probably go find somebody to identify it.
No, I mean we will. It's not like we can't do that
Yeah.
afterward. I just don't want. I don't want
Yeah.
to bring it into Solar now because I don't think we can trust anybody here.
How long is this gonna take?
4 items: a long rapier, a magic wand, an elaborate cloak, and a royal scepter. So, however long it would take him, just look at 4 items. He's not
Right.
casting. He's not casting the magic.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it.
All right. Go for it.
Okay.
right.
Did you want to make one for all of them, or do you want to make separate rolls for each?
It's a gamble. That's a gamble.
That's what I'm saying. It's your
Separate rolls
choice.
for each. Separate rolls for each.
Odds are better.
Now, hear what I will say. If you make one roll for all of them, I will let you add bardic inspiration to that one roll, applying to all of them.
Okay, but I can't cast bardic inspiration on myself.
You can.
No, I cannot.
Oh, can you not really?
No, you can't. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Never
I
mind. then.
can't bardically inspire myself. I'm a bard. I'm already inspired.
Oops. All right.
So individual rolls for each.
Yeah. If that's
All right, we're gonna start with the books. Book 1, Understanding. 12.
You get the idea that reading the book would have some magical effect, but you do not know what, and you do not know how long it would take you.
Okay. I'm assuming we're probably gonna get the same response for the other book, which is Leadership.
Did you roll a separate one for that one or no?
I'm about to.
Oh, okay.
13.
Same
trending up.
roll.
We're trending up.
Same thing.
Okay.
That's something.
Going up.
The long rapier.
Okay.
8.
We're going down.
And 8, it appears to be just a magic rapier.
That's a rapier.
You're not sure if it has any potent magics whatsoever.
But
Okay.
it is magic.
Yeah.
The magic wang.
Huh? No, why?
Yeah.
He's just
The
reading
scepter.
Derek's message.
Oh. Sorry, are you reading? You're looking for the scepter
Is it
then,
the
or are you
magic
looking
wand?
at the wand?
The
Is it
wand.
Whichever one it was, you rolled a 12.
There's
so-
two. There's
thought
a
the
wand and
wand.
there's
So
a
wand. The wand. I rolled a 12.
The wand just appears to be a regular wand.
Okay. And the scepter.
Okay, make a roll.
You fuck! Oh, sorry. 7. It was a crit, and then it rolled off.
Oh,
I never look at those. I just look at the number on the side. I don't do that to myself.
Too discouraging.
Yeah.
Make an investigation check for me.
Alright.
Carson rolling stealth.
6. I'm not doing good.
That's
I've
familiar.
used them all up. My luck is running out.
I told you. I was like, you're like, I have the highest arcana. I was like, how good is your luck?
Not great right now.
Yeah, it just appears to be a regular rod. There doesn't even on this one. It doesn't seem to be magic whatsoever.
Okay.
and is
I'm
the
at
elaborate
a loss,
cloak.
folks. I'm sorry. These seem special and cool and vampire-y. They definitely fit my vibe quite well, but I'm having trouble really identifying them. I'm quite tired and quite hungry, so maybe again after breakfast, or maybe we'll find someone else who has a more keen knowledge of these items to get a better description. For now, I do think our best course of action is to obscure them.
Perfect. But as I start to put everything else in, you didn't look at the cloak.
Oh, yes, the cloak. Ah, yes.
Would you like someone else to take a look at the cloak?
For some reason,
Fuck
it is-
you.
it is described as
This is my.
elaborate.
I already rolled. He said.
24!
Oh, there you go.
Suck my
There you go.
balls!
What'd you
There
roll?
you go.
24. I just needed your doubt, you son of a bitch.
You're welcome.
Your faith and I fail. Your doubt and I
You
come
prevail.
up with a better word. That is much better.
Prevail's excellent.
You should be the writer.
It's your burden now.
I give you my book and quill.
I guess you're the science guy now.
Okay, so
I am
as
the
you were
Lord
inspecting
Macaw.
this one, it is that very regal cloak that you had seen before with the fur-lined outline. However, as you're kind of pawing it over, you flip on the inside. You see in the very felt lining, there is a motif here of bats. I will say, you have enough expertise to recognize this object is independent and unusual. It is not like a stereotypical item. However, you realize its properties almost immediately. Tabletop wise, this is a cloak of the bat. So, while wearing this cloak, you have advantage on dexterity stealth checks in an area of light, either in an area of dim light or darkness. You can grip the edges of the cloak with both hands and use it to fly at a speed of 40 feet. If you ever fail to grip the cloak's edges while flying this way, or if you are no longer in dim light or darkness, you lose the flying speed. While you are wearing this cloak in an area of dim light or darkness, you can use your action to cast polymorph on yourself, transforming into a bat. While you are in the form of the bat, you retain your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores. The cloak cannot be used this way again until next dawn.
Gentlemen,
That is totally up your alley.
I spin it over my shoulder. Oh, wow. You know what? This is quite comfortable. I was just thinking.
Please tell me
I know.
Strahd was like way taller than him, so like it drags on the floor. Like,
I hope it does.
My island garb that I picked up here, while it is quite festive and interesting looking, I'm quite a fan of the floral pattern. I do think I look terrific. I will say that it was distinctly missing a piece of macabre that I think would drag me back into the blood and guts in which I'm comfortable. Would you folks
your
mind if
Hawaiian
I
shirt.
wore this?
You're wearing a
Doesn't
Hawaiian
share
shirt.
what
You're
it
wearing,
does.
yeah, you're wearing a Hawaiian
A
shirt
Hawaiian
with
shirt.
a cloak.
Rolled up khakis and an adventurer's hat. I know what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Do you share with the party what the cloak does and its properties, or you just be
No.
like, I'd look great in this?
No.
I think it's Karsa's loot. Karsa decides.
Karsa's and Samuel's loot.
Mhm.
I mean, Karsa's the one who had it on him. That's
I
Just-
don't care who the cloak goes to.
It's just a cloak. Keep it.
No, it is a magic cloak.
Ah,
What's
But
it
it is
do?
very pretty, and it, again, looks quite great on me, quite fetching. It mayhaps because of whomst it has been obfuscated. When you confiscate from a vampire, it should probably go to a man who can appreciate the macabre of a vampire. So this would be excellent in my stage show, and I would greatly appreciate it.
You get to
not
suck
gonna-
blood.
it's not gonna make you want to bite us, is it?
No,
Yeah.
absolutely
We already
not,
have
not
one
any
that
more
does
than I
that.
already do.
Can you heal from biting? People?
Again, yes, but not from this cloak. Unrelated.
my vampirism is separate from the cloak.
Yeah.
The kink.
Oh my god.
All kink, no cloak.
Master Karsa, you're
Yep. Go keep it.
Sure. whatever.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Well,
Close,
gentlemen,
not my style.
the rest of these spoils, I believe it would be sensible if we were to
I,
pocket them.
I put the rest of them back into the bag.
Where?
I'd like to take a look
on
at one of those
earth-
books later. When
Oh,
we're in-
by all means, it's
secrecy.
your loot. Now, where on earth is our breakfast? And I'm distinctly short one casket. It feels like we've been talking for ages, and my stomach is becoming louder than my mouth, which is quite a feat.
It's around this point that
Usa.
Osa
Osa.
returns with your variety required items. You do actually see he mentions to you, he pulls you aside, Alfred first, and goes, I found a man who would be more than willing to provide you with the object you are seeking.
Wonderful, wonderful. He's in the market or in another area?
He is an independent seller. You see, his customers are usually particularly demanding.
I see. Is there a way I can meet with him? I would like to get this moving post haste.
If you provide me with the gold, I will provide it to him, and he will leave the requested item wherever you wish.
Wonderful, wonderful. I take out my notepad and I rip out a piece of paper and I scrawl down some specifications that I would like that I've already talked to you about. And I would also like the Alfred P. Wells monogram to be embossed on the coffin, on the casket head.
That can be arranged.
And I fold it up and I hand it to him. I give him 60 gold,
Oh, okay.
and then I take another 5 gold and I hand it to him and I say, for your troubles and your expedience.
It is greatly appreciated. I shall be off. And you see him at this point also provide the rest of the table. There is a bunch of cooked meat. There is some raw meat. You see there's very little in the way of like fruit or vegetables, however.
Okay.
I'd like to take some of the raw materials and bring it back to the kitchen and make everybody a nice little treat, as well as Osa, for whenever he gets back.
Yep. You can make a roll with proficiency.
Just a
Osa?
normal flat roll.
Yeah, just flat roll proficiency.
Osa?
Yes.
Do you happen to know somebody that could identify things discreetly?
I know several members in the market who would be more than happy to do such a thing for you.
I got 15.
Yeah, 15 makes a fairly decent meal. It's not your preferred cooking arrangement, and you're unfamiliar with a lot of the tools, but you do get by. So whatever you're able to make, it's a decent version of it. It's not spectacular. It's not, a contest winning.
It's a new recipe. It's,
Yeah.
it's
Homeboy's
a,
Misan
it's,
wasn't plus. You know, that's all I'm saying.
it's a meat Danish, which
Yeah.
Karso will fucking love.
It's
But
reasonable
it's
to
a-
think so.
It's
Yes.
Yeah.
it's a sweet flavor of meat and sweet.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, I like that, but yeah.
It's the sweet meat Danish.
Okay, you provide him with these.
Almost
Is it
candy.
called? Is it called Till We Next Meet?
Stop.
So
Stop.
yes, a candied meat Danish.
You see, Osa looks at you too, Edward, just goes, if you would like me to arrange a meeting, I can have that performed.
I leave that to the table. Anybody else?
What was the
Somebody identify things discreetly.
Perhaps later in the week, we seem to be booked up pretty good. Would you agree with that, Edward?
Today we are pretty busy. Yeah.
What is our plan? Well,
Hmm.
I guess we'll discuss it.
Today we're booked. Tomorrow,
The world may never know.
anybody gonna answer? Tomorrow, sound good? Yes.
We'll have to
There
see
is an
what
event, and
tomorrow
I am
brings.
going to have to borrow one of you for it, but I'm sure at least someone in our party will have the time.
Where hopefully tomorrow we can ask you to get us a contact.
Of course, not the
Okay.
problem.
Thank you, Osa.
If that is all, I will be off. Farewell. And you see him return
Pepper.
back, and you see him just tap one of the other bartenders, and he subs back in, putting in the, he starts tying back up his apron.
I give Osa one of the treats.
Oh, no, thank you. That,
Thanks.
I'm going that to pass, thank you.
He's vegetarian.
I appreciate
vegan.
the gesture.
It's delicious. Can
It's
I?
a 15, homie.
Does he
Can
do the
No, it's more that he looks at it he looks at it with suspicion, as though it's a very different food. It's outside of his normal culinary delights, and he has to work today.
Oh,
So he's
he's
like,
xenophobic. Got it.
Can I persuade him? Like, be like, oh, this is. I guarantee you, I'm a chef where I come from. And
you can make a persuasion check.
It doesn't help if it looks like a coli, man. Don't do it.
Oh,
There's
there it is.
Spanish
There's the
again.
Spanish
There it
again.
is.
A what?
Talking about their sister.
15.
Wow.
A 15? Yeah, 15 is enough. He tries it. You see him eat it, and he goes, I do not mean to offend. It is not that. It is just not to my taste, if you understand.
Okay.
Osa craves
Awesome.
spice.
I have to get him something or make him something at some point that tickles his fancy.
You see him look over at Edward, and he goes, I do tend to appreciate things that are a little more... I don't like sweets.
Spicy,
I
less
don't
sweet.
enjoy
Okay.
sweets, if I'm being honest. I am more of a savory man myself.
I'll keep that in mind.
I appreciate it. And you see him, again, return back to the bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for trying though.
You have several hours before evening. It is approximately probably 6 to 8 a.m. at this point.
I intend to sleep.
I'm gonna be back in a minute here. But Carso's gonna be considering, do we rush to the place, the resistance, let them know so they have as much time to prepare as possible, and we take our sleep there?
What if
Or
they
do we
already
do-
know?
Yeah.
What if that's why Holiday's not here?
I need Karsa for a quick side jaunt just to grab that casket. That's my primary goal.
Cool. I'll be back in a couple.
Man's about to
So that would be
destroy
my
that
plan.
toilet. Oh no, he left the door open.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, I can black his out now too. This is
Yeah,
great.
you can. Yeah, you can. You don't have to ruin the whole video.
Wow. All right, so
So yeah.
That's your goal. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Well, it's something that I would like to accomplish. But in the meantime, does anyone have? I wrote it down and I have since lost it. It might be in this chat. The dates for the specific events, because I would like to talk to you folks about that.
One of them was a bake-off.
Yeah, it was, and that's why I want to talk.
He wants to remember which days they
Individually,
were.
we all need to have a discussion about which events I'm escorting you to.
Right now, the only thing that Samuel cares about is, once again, seeing his friend. He does not give two fucks about the bake-off at this moment. He's very one-track
so
mind.
maybe we should sleep.
Yeah.
Get a rest in.
So to Carson's credit, because he's not here to advocate as well, are you sleeping here and then going there, or are you going there immediately and then sleeping as soon as...
That is what he was asking. If we just went straight there to let them know ahead of time and then sleep there.
Is that
preferences? I don't have a plan.
Simple.
My plan is to just rest. I don't care where we do it.
Thinking like what happens if we accidentally run into something along the way that we cannot handle in this state.
We can do a short rest too. That's not gonna hurt.
Yeah,
That's like an hour, right?
I thought it was 4.
No, it's 1.
Was it? Oh.
Yeah, it's just 1 hour. Yeah.
Yep. A short rest is 1 hour. A long rest is 8. 6 to 8, depending on what creature you are.
Yep. And then certain bits that are actually resting and the other bits are light activity or whatever. Yeah.
Alfred, you still having your ticket to still have the event list present should you wish to look at it.
Yeah, I would love to hear that. So I can
Wonderful.
write it down again.
So you know that Circus has already passed. That was last evening. Tonight is the slap fight. The next 2 days after that are Adamantine Chef. The night after that is the Great Carthian Bake Off, and the final one is the 3 Dragon Anti-Tournament.
Wait, there's 2 cooking nights?
Yes, there are 2 cooking nights.
Tournament or whatever.
Oh shit! I didn't realize that.
Okay.
There's only one baking.
And our MacGuffin is a prize for the 3 Dragon Ante contest, correct?
The object you're looking for currently, or rather, the thing containing the object you're looking for. Yes.
Okay. All right. Because it is my intent. I did so similar. Are you even willing to engage in a conversation about those events, or are you just like fuck this shit? We got to do stuff.
I'll be like, oh, sure. We'll have to see what tonight brings. That's pretty much where I'm at. So probably not.
All right, understandable. I think for me, I know that I may have requested the services of my friend for the event that is taking place tonight. So hopefully we can button up this little interaction with your Barley Mount fellow, and mayhaps Corsa and I can squirrel our way back. You can suck a fart. And just so you guys know, in the chat, Jake felt the need to correct my spelling.
Yeah, you've been saying it wrong all day.
What have you been saying?
I've been
saying Barley Mount.
No, I
That's
wasn't even
not what he
correcting
was
that.
talking.
Oh.
Okay.
I let that one go.
Oh, there's
What else
another
am
one.
I wrong about? Get it all out on the table, every one of you. Go ahead, Alex. What am I wrong about? Go ahead.
I don't know.
Okay, now
What
Jake,
makes
double down.
What makes book something vampire related?
It stinks like a vampire. It smells like them.
How do you know a
They give
vampire
off a
smell
very
like?
distinct smell of dirt and cobwebs. They have a really good literary understanding of irony because they smell irony because of the blood. That was a reach. I don't care.
It is barley malt, and I only say this because I struggled with this so much. So I fucked it up once, and I set the
You said
snowball for
Barley
Everyone
Mount.
else.
You said Barley Mount once, and then
Yep.
that's what we
Yep.
call them.
It is barley malt, and it was just because my fucking mouth couldn't shape barley malt.
Yeah, he said caress earlier.
I
Fuck you.
spent a good 20 minutes in front of the mirror going barley malt, Barley
Like,
malt.
the
Barley
whole time
malt.
JR was talking to him, he didn't call him Theo. He called him Barley Mount.
I know.
Whole time.
Yeah, it's yep. Which I
Yeah.
would argue is in Alfred's character, anyways.
Eh,
Yeah,
well,
calling him the wrong name all the time.
Yep.
especially because he's a fan. Because he's a fan, he feels like he can mistreat him more.
Absolutely.
Like,
I'll
Nigga.
drag him.
Marley Fount, is it?
Barley ball.
Beerman. Lars Beerman.
Marley Flint.
Marley, Flint, Michigan.
Oh my God,
still-
it's Bon Iver.
Straw and thick milkshake.
So, table talk. Are we waiting for Derek to get back because he's actually kind of integral to the path forward?
Not necessarily,
or-
depending on what you guys are doing. If you guys are staying
He
here
asked if we would
sleepy.
go. Yeah, he asked if we were going to go immediately and then rest.
Yep, so you
Do
guys
we
have to decide
time
that.
to do a full sleep.
You have time to
before
do a
the-
full
right.
sleep. And then you
Okay,
can leave.
then
Before
that's
evening
what
happens.
Or-
I will do.
Or you could potentially warn them now so they could be prepared for it later rather than us showing up immediately before.
But what if we get attacked along the way, and then
That's-
we're
Yeah.
I guess my question is like, is it worth the gamble? Is getting
What
there
does-
faster
what does
and
Simul
relaying the
want?
word, developing an extraction plan faster, or do we want to be reactionary in the event that we get there just in time for a fight? Because I mean,
yeah.
we
Simul
know
wouldn't
the
be
attack is
thinking clear.
happening this evening. We know the attack is happening this evening.
Hmm.
Yeah,
When in the
Simu-
evening, we don't know. That could be 4 p.m. That's evening.
That is, yeah.
I'll say that Simul wouldn't be thinking clear and just say, "We got to get there as soon as possible."
There you go.
Okay, so we would take a short rest.
There you go.
In
Okay.
fact, it would probably count that we're not really doing jack shit right now in this conversation.
It's probably a short rest.
Probably a short rest.
Yeah, so if you guys want to spend any hit
Oh, yeah,
dice,
yeah,
you can.
actually,
if you want to
yeah, really.
get your
We-
spell
we
slots
spent-
back,
Because it took them a while to go get the stuff.
Yeah.
We investigated
Yep.
things. Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
that's say you've got a short rest guaranteed. Already happened.
Okay.
Done.
That's what brought you from, I would say, about 4 a.m. to about 8.
So I'm just gonna click short rest. Take short rest. Bam.
I have rested shortly.
Warlocks,
I
get your
don't-
spell
I-
slots back.
Yay! My 2 spells. Woo!
Wahoo!
Woo!
Yeah, in case anybody in the audience or this stays in at all, if anyone wants a blue healer, better get used to this motion. Better get real used to this.
Which motion?
Just throwing things. Just
Yeah, he needs to be occupied all day long, all the time.
Just a quick yawn there.
You want some caffeine? How are we doing? Alex, how are you?
All right.
yeah.
Good stuff.
Don't worry, I'm keeping this part in the recording.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
Uh.
dead air, dead air.
Yeah, I've realized because jump cuts for me suck. If you watch the last episode, there's like that
Yeah.
whole section where we're fucking around with Tailspire where I'm like, gone. And it does not go smoothly. It's not a smooth transition. It's just,
It's just jarring. It's very jarring.
Yeah.
Just,
Why didn't you crossfade that cut?
I didn't care enough.
Oh, okay.
And I distinctly said, I'm putting this up tonight.
So, Steven, you need to make a Necromancer run radio called Dead Air.
There we go. He's back.
Oh my god!
See, we should have just started doing casting couch now. Just fucking.
Yeah.
Up, up.
Oh, you missed it. We were doing our sideshow while we were waiting for you.
We weren't really.
Sorry, boys. Coli wins.
You're good, man.
Yeah, you
I think
fucking.
it always wins in the end, doesn't
See
it?
why you closed
You
the door on the
still-
toilet.
You still have food poisoning, Derek?
No, he's got E. coli.
Oh, like
It's
seriously?
been a
Yeah.
week, man. Yeah.
Oh no, he genuinely got E. coli.
How?
My second week owning a business, I missed 3 days. It's the most sick I've been in 20 years. Like it's.
Were you licking toilets again?
Oh,
Uh,
fuck.
I
I think I've got
Oh.
resistance against that. But to be fair, I eat a lot of whole food salad bar for lunch, and the number one way you get E. coli is lettuce.
He was also
And-
sucking the hands of small children, and that tends to get you E. coli.
Why is he like running for some government position?
Oh.
No. After this show, I could never run for government.
No, absolutely not. Just so anyone knows, your
that's out.
political careers are Dang.
Oh man, how'd you know I wanted to become sheriff?
I want
Oh
mayor.
man.
One day I might drop big bucks, like $5 an episode. to
Although
have
you
this
could still
on
be the mayor
internet.
of Moira, is all I'm saying.
That's true, you
Not
could,
hard. You know priors. So
I could move to Canada and be mayor of Toronto.
Yeah,
honestly,
you gotta like rock up there.
I mean it's fair. Okay, so
I think
the group, it seems to has collectively decided you're just gonna go there. So they did take a short rest. If you want to spend some hit dice now, you can. Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah, yeah.
Do that again.
Spends all of his hit dice right now. Just
I don't remember how to set bend one.
when you hit short
this
rest.
button. Yeah.
Yeah, it asks you how many you want to use too.
Oh, you have to say how many ahead of time.
Yeah.
Oh. $10, $12, $20, so 2.
It probably rolls them for you too.
Did it not do it?
Did your health go up?
Oh, you have to hit confirm. Oh, got it. It did not go up.
All right, so I guess just roll them yourself then.
That's annoying.
Now we can all see in the corner.
Yeah, let's go see what he rolled.
6. I'll take that. Plus 6 is 24.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's exactly full.
God damn. All right.
Wait,
On the dot.
So if you're departing, I will have one person make a survival check to see if you get through the jungle unscathed. It's not much of a trek.
Carson, I need to make a detour on our way there though.
Pick up the.
Remember. Yep.
Yep. Fair enough.
Where do I see how many I just used on D&D Beyond?
Ah.
It doesn't
You should only have 4. So
Oh, I don't see a tracker on my screen though.
if you
Oh,
hit short rest again, they should be checked off.
Yeah, it does. Okay, perfect. That's perfect.
It tracks it for you.
Cool.
All right. So while the other two are kind of still taking their short rest, enjoying their morning, Alfred and Karsa kind of step aside for a moment.
Carson, I'm going to need your brawn in order to pick up my contracted
package.
implement.
Okay, lead the way.
Oso told me which way to go, but which way was it?
You do remember Osa had mentioned that they could be delivered to your choosing, wherever you wanted it to be dropped off to.
Oh, here.
Yeah. So it's not too long before.
So we're just gonna stay while they rest. We're just gonna kind of stay up and wait for the package to come, I guess.
Okay. So as you are kind of sitting by the doorway waiting for something to appear, you see this robed figure, completely obscured, dragging behind him what appears to be just a wooden cargo crate. And it is being dragged through the dirt with chains.
Is that? I believe that's our man right there. I hail him like a cab.
You see the hood look up at you, and inside is completely obscured. It is just a pitch black void.
Magical darkness.
Everybody got these things? Goddamn.
You see it
me one.
begin moving faster towards you. Kind of in its. Make a quick perception check. Carson, you can also do that as well.
$11.
Did you roll something, Derek? I didn't hear you. Who did?
Yes, sorry, 6.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. An 11 is enough to notice whatever is underneath these robes is not humanoid. The way it moves and shifts off puts you in a way that you can't really put a finger on. But it begins lurching towards you, and it leaves the crate in front of you. It gives you a single nod, and then begins departing backwards.
I whisper a thank you to Abyssal.
Whatever the thing is in the cloak does not appear to recognize what you've said.
That's fine. Well, I'm using it more of like, I'm not trying to make it an address, but just how like people who have a loose understanding of Spanish say gracias for some reason
Correct, yes.
to
Yeah.
people that don't need that.
Fair.
So yeah. So I lean over the casket and I say, Karsa, we need to have a quick conversation, but I don't believe we need to say anything to each other. Do you understand?
Huh?
I open the casket and I show him what's inside.
Side.
Secret. Hold on. There you go.
You just type it to him.
And I nod at him.
Nothing in there. Got it.
So we're in agreement.
Huh? You think this? Sure.
Okay. Good. At least we have an understanding.
And then you see his eyebrows both go, oh, see, oh, that's, and I go, I slap you just a little too hard on the back in appreciation. We're so smart. Every once
It's
in a while.
multi-purpose.
Every
It's
once in a
multi-purpose.
while.
It's
It really is a attractive design. You did well.
whoever this mystery person was, we might be in contact with them again for the stage show. But
Is this your
for
new
now, it's mine. So I crawl in it and I kind of
You fucking dork.
I'll take the lid and I'll close it.
and I open the slider.
And then, well, am I dragging you to your room or?
You can
the
use the
stables?
backpack straps that are on the back.
Okay. And I'll just start dragging it by the top, so just go thunk on each step.
You hear the sound of beautiful wood being scraped across stone and dirt.
Casa, that might compromise the structural integrity of it. Just gonna need you to give her a scoop. I didn't realize, Carsa, I'm sorry. I had no idea that you were so fatigued.
The wood will be
couldn't,
fine. You might not be, but the wood
I
will
just didn't
be
know
fine.
that you couldn't bear to lift this. It's really good wood, and I recognize it's heavy. I apologize. You're right. You can
Is
drag
it balsam?
if you have to do that. No.
It hits one stair and shatters immediately.
To carry it, I understand, Carsa. Thank you.
Carson just laughs and goes a few more steps. Thunk, 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 and he just sighs. He lifts it up with like one hand, holds it over his back like this, and just walks it up the stairs.
Perfect.
Is it just a full Ipe coffin?
It's a wish.com.
No, Ipe is not Wish.com.
Ipe is like, you remember
Heavy.
that
Remember
board?
we had a board at Ipe that was just
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's dense. Yeah, all right.
twice as dense as it should have been.
Yeah, I don't remember now. I got
Take a
bonked on
bullet.
that once. I thought I was gonna die.
It's like holding lead for the first time. Where you're like,
Yep.
what? Whoa.
Whatever
Anyway,
happened to
so
that
yeah.
board?
It's still there.
That's still, yeah.
Still there.
It's still there.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So you've made your preparations. You're all ready to go. I will have someone make that survival check just to see if you encounter anything on the way.
Who has the best survival?
I have a +4 for some reason.
Jake, you just
So
pointed
you
at
can
Alex.
dodge tomatoes.
Oh, not for me.
I
So,
know.
that'd probably be Karsa.
Carson, what's your survival?
2.
No, nope.
I'm going
Mine's
for
a
it,
minus,
boys.
mine's a -1, so definitely not me.
Actually, I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration, and I'm gonna let Carson go. Is anyone higher than a 2?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll do that.
Carson, I
Oh.
trust you to navigate us through this. You are the journeyman that we need for this party.
Follow me.
Hell yeah,
17.
brother!
Plus
17.
bardic
Give that
inspiration.
D6, baby!
Oh, I will add it. 'cause
You're
why?
inspired by my greatness.
D6.
That's the coffin.
I was just trying to get away from you. That's why.
Hell yeah!
Plus 5, 22.
I had it.
Wow.
I rolled a 21. So the fact that you scooped it by 1 is fucking brutal. All right, you make your way through the jungle without issue. Are you
How you bard?
carrying the coffin? Are you dragging the coffin?
Well, it's all of us, right?
It is all of you now.
No, then I put the he's not in the coffin anymore. Oh, if he's in the
Yeah.
coffin, I put the coffin down. Get out of there.
Wait, put him in the bag and then throw him in the coffin. That way he doesn't weigh as much.
Schrodinger's Alfred.
That way he only weighs like what, 10 pounds or however much it
Carson,
is. Yeah.
My legs are tired. I figured we would do this, and then I'd be able to make a dramatic entrance, and then people would appreciate
You
my
can
grand.
get out of the coffin, or I can leave it.
All right. Should anything else go in the coffin? Are we storing our beverages or something?
Wait, it's a cooler too? Hang on.
No. If anything, it's a warmer.
It was the quickest. No.
Put some ice in there. I can carry.
Yeah, we can do
1,000
that.
I can carry 1,020 pounds.
Fuck.
It's like
And he refuses to
I'm
carry
distinctly
Alfred.
less than that. Fine. Well, you lead the way. We'll follow behind you.
Okay. All right. And if you want, y'all can boot up Tailspire for the first time today.
Yep, for the first time. Yep.
Yeah, definitely wasn't running it already.
I
Yep.
thought one of you
Not
was,
already, not already in the campaign.
I thought one of you was gonna supply horses. Guess we're carrying this thing.
I thought Carso was Dutch for horses.
What?
Carsa is Dutch for horses. Just so you're aware.
Told your mom it was Dutch for doggy
Oh,
style.
sorry. It's Dick, not Ditch. All right. I need to change.
It's Dutch, you bitch.
Big old. Look at that big old dick.
God damn it.
All right.
My corporate name, you keep trying to turn it closer and closer to Dick.
Look at that big old dick. Oh, listen. It's spelled D-E-C-H. Dick.
Dutch.
Wouldn't it be deck? Like tech?
No, that's with a K.
Well, no, like tech. Like technology? Is it
Deck.
technology?
Listen, the English
Look at that
language
big
is
old
fucked.
dick.
No.
The English language is fucked. That is. When I started learning Spanish, every Spanish teacher's like, "Oh yeah, Spanish is hard, but it's easier than
Sorry,
English."
man.
It's like,
Hell yeah.
That's not the right one.
I hear jungle noises, but I don't see jungle.
I
map.
see the edge of a tavern.
Oh no, why didn't? Oh,
Yep.
it did say that. All right, cool. I was making sure it saved the right map, and I was like, wait a second.
I see me edging out a tavern.
I gotta place your characters. Give me a second.
Including the dummy in the corner. Huh? Wait, what?
so I probably
Get that
actually
fucking
carry
thing outta here.
my right hand. I keep it free, so my left hand is holding the coffin behind me, and so I'll be dragging it if no one helps me carry it.
I will say, if you do have the straps, is that considered both carrying and wearing?
Yeah, like it is technically a backpack, so you don't need to carry it. You can.
Okay, so I'll find a
You
way to make, as long as it's not blocking access to my sword. So like they'll be next to each other. Then
Yeah, no, it would be good. Yeah, so
Oh, yeah.
like you could have it so your
It's like a
sword's like
turtle
angled
shell.
out, and then
What if-
the casket's
Hear
angled.
me out on this. What if you had it on your back and you just had your sword like just out in public?
Always at the
you know?
ready.
In public, you know, it is a crime, but like,
As soon as you s-
Ain't no crime in the jungle. You in the jungle, baby.
Yeah, as soon as we're out of town, Karsa does pull that sword.
where you are.
Karsa will actually have two swords out. His main sword will be in his right hand, the two-hander, and in the left hand will be the machete that he has
Machete?
specifically for clearing
Machete.
jungle.
You just-
For clearing the
I'll have you know,
jungle.
you are allowed to say machete. I think you are allowed to say machete. It is a person's name, after all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or a watch order.
So I'll take, and so that'll be like my left hand's clearing the path, my right hand's ready, and on the back, I guess I have a coffin, which I'm gonna use like a turtle shell if I get attacked.
Which is rad as fuck. You look
Teenage
dope.
Mutant Ninja Turtle.
The only way it'd be cooler is
Coffins.
if there was a creature inside it that was casting bardic inspiration and then got to make a dramatic reveal. But I understand that that's not necessarily the vibe right now, so we'll work on it.
Dude.
To be fair, when that dinosaur attacked and I dropped down so the tail wouldn't hit me, it would have broke this coffin, and if you were in it, it would
You
have
would
broke
be-
you.
Oh, I would hate
DEG.
shit. But I also probably wouldn't be in a predicament where I would allow either of you to fight a dinosaur. I'd probably noped out of there way before we had concerns over getting hit with a tail.
Yeah, none of us took damage in our fight. Nice.
Fight.
You mean
weren't
in our
the target.
diplomacy?
You weren't even the target,
Oh, hold on. We rolled initiative for combat.
but you weren't the target.
We had 2 fights, technically 3.
I was being eaten.
You did. Yeah.
I was being eaten. You
The-
don't understand.
You guys were
The
Got new
culture-
holes.
The culture of the casino was just eating us.
Well, all this is
Yeah.
happening to you. You guys could have smoked a cigar through your whole thing. If I
Yeah.
tried that, I would have been leaking smoke through the holes in my lungs.
Like the Tom and Jerry thing.
Yeah.
Well, I
tries to
think
drink water.
personally,
yeah.
it's worth noting that if you go into a bar and throw drinks on every person, you can expect to get into a couple fights. That's
Really?
basically what you did. You walked into the jungle with your whole hog out, waiting for it.
An
Not really anything to
undead
brag about.
T-Rex came along.
Why didn't you tell me that I could throw drinks on people and get in a fight? I did
Oh,
this.
shit.
Okay.
Glad I didn't say that in character because you would definitely be doing that.
Uh-huh.
So you all arrive
You-
at this point at this makeshift outpost. I should also
Nice
turn on the old
Coffin.
narrated camera. Give me a second.
I noticed that I'm the only one not here,
No, I'm not here either.
or at least I don't have control over my character.
Oh no, I summoned you. Just a
Oh, I
second.
do.
Alfred is there.
I mean, I see them.
Oh, I don't
but-
have control over my.
Yeah,
oh, no, I do.
I'm like, I see them. I just don't have control over it. That's all.
Oh, I have control over you. No, wait, no, I don't.
There we go.
It's
Thank
like,
you, sir.
what? There we go.
Thank you, Dungeon Master.
Okay.
Thanks, Dungy.
Look at that. That's your
Thanks,
cop.
Dungy.
Genji.
Who's packed with the potions right there?
Yikes. All right. So
Whoa.
I just realized I got to change this over really quickly so it could actually. I forgot to set up a hot button like an idiot.
Nice bread.
Is the coffin movable?
I need. Transfer back over. Fucking Alfred doing breakdancing on the coffin? Glad I could record that. All right, so you all find yourselves on the outskirts of a large river that is just on the barest edge of a makeshift outpost. You notice this area has been well fortified, but it also seems to have suffered a lot of structural damage. You get the idea that this place has been attacked before. With that, you see a bunch of guard posts being watched, and essentially, guards are keeping watch on the outside of the perimeter.
Okay.
Do we make ourselves known?
If Barlymount has given me this information, I'm sure he wouldn't be. He wouldn't let any harm befall me. He's a fan.
All
So
right,
maybe
Steve,
I
that's
ought-
his name now. We just can't change it at this point.
I refuse. This is in character. He's mispronouncing it in
Saying
character.
Barlymount, and it's I know it's barley
Malt.
but my
Yeah.
character's pronunciation just sounds like I'm saying mount, and I promise I'm not.
You'll see the
All
same
right.
effect happen in episode 1 where Alfred mentions Karsa's last name a little differently every time.
Orlando.
And then I think you say Oleander at one point too.
It differs quite a bit. So that all of that aside the point, you do see there is this small little rickety wooden bridge that separates you from the rest of the encampment.
Can I inspect that wooden bridge to determine whether or not it's actually safe to cross?
Looking
it's
at
made
it,
of the same wood as the coffin.
no, looking at it, it looks largely secure, but you get the idea that you have to take your time getting across it. If you were to rush, you might slip, you might break something. You get the idea. The intent is that it's just well enough made that it's going to cause someone to take their time with it.
Did he give you guys like a secret code or something to like share at the gate so we can get in?
Alfred
Not
P.
that I'm
Wells
aware
is
of.
my favorite author, and you should let him in.
Right.
I'm just saying, maybe we're overthinking this. It's quite possible we can just walk in, and I'm such a visually recognizable individual that it's possible that we can just do what we need to and stroll our way in. The rest of you probably ought to stay behind me, but I'm sure we'll find a way to secure your safety with diplomacy.
I like how you two are already moving towards.
Just hiding, moving towards the bridge.
In fact, I'll stand up even.
I'm just, you know what? I won't army crawl the whole way there. I won't prone.
All right.
So I think
so.
is
Let's
that
move in
fine?
order.
Is that- I would say me first. I would like Carson to go behind me because he is my de facto bodyguard. Cody, stop.
Before I walk past this rock, I look out. I can see those guards, right?
Correct. Yes.
Do they seem to already know we're coming?
They don't seem to make any gesture towards you.
But are all eyes already on us, or is it like being surprised? if
Make
we-
an insight check for me.
Essentially, Carson would not be surprised if they just were waiting for us,
Yeah.
or if they had no clue. And I want to know it. Insight. 15.
15. You do get the idea that the guards have clocked your presence at this point, but they seem more curious than anything.
I will, very obviously, then with both put first my machete back on my belt and put my sword back on my back, and just have both arms kind of out as I walk up behind Alfred.
Okay.
Just letting him know I see him. Not a threat.
I walk behind, giving one of them just a little wave.
And that means I'm last. There you go.
Karsa, you hear something directly adjacent to you.
Okay. What? Where? A little startled jump back away from it.
You notice. Just pull out one of these real quick. Where is?
By the way, my favorite D&D character Steven's ever played with me. When
You
he played
see a
Grom.
tiny little purple frog-like creature that is clearly arming a knife
Oh, he looks poisonous.
and has it pressed near to your leg, positioned slightly near your hamstring.
I'm gonna tilt my head at it, show it my open hands. I'm gonna wiggle one finger like,
You see it cautiously move backwards a step, but still keeping you within range. Yeah, you don't want to throw any dice. It's gonna throw dice for me. I roll a 3. That dice stays in the water.
he
That
slips.
dice is jet in the water.
Yep.
Carson, is there a problem? Or...
Oh, not unless he stabs one of us. I'll point to the ground.
Who?
I'll point.
Do we see this person?
Rose, I think it's a he.
All of you at this point notice the small little frog-like creature near Karsa.
Oh, hello. Good day. I am world-renowned author Alfred P. Wells.
The minute you say Alfred P. Wells, he goes, "Brrr, brrr," and you see him jump from this side to the other side, and begin running straight inside.
Oh god.
See, that's
What'd you do?
very obviously a good thing. We've nothing to be concerned about. My name and grandeur is going to carry us all the way across this bridge and right into the arms of safety. We'll be speaking to this Barley fellow in a moment.
A few minutes pass, unless you're crossing the bridge yourself.
Oh, I'm gonna start walking.
Okay, you start walking towards.
I'll wait to see how the bridge holds up.
Make a dexterity saving throw for me, Alfred.
I didn't do a dex save. I'm fucking sorry. Just add 2 more to that. So 14.
Oh, 14? 14's enough.
Yeah,
you
I just
feel
I did a dex roll.
you feel one of the rungs underneath you kind of start to splinter and crack, but you have enough time to move your foot to another one pretty quickly.
Gentlemen, watch your step. This doesn't seem to be the most up-to-date or code craftsmanship on this bridge.
I don't think there is code in the jungle.
I'll look down at the water. Is it pretty lazy? Is it rushing? Is it...
It's a
River
steady
Delta.
pace. You get the idea that a strong swimmer wouldn't get swept away, but a weaker swimmer might.
Say, for instance, if I fell in, I could probably just try and swim to those docks.
You
over there.
certainly could. That's
With
not a
a
concern.
Coffin on his back.
Well, the coffin
He
is
doesn't.
low.
I think he left it.
It's essentially a life jacket.
Oh no, the coffin's coming.
Oh.
Yeah, I
yeah,
will drag it
can't-
as necessary.
I just can't, yeah. So I will, with extreme caution, try and cross the bridge.
All right. Make a dexterity saving throw. You have advantage because of your danger sense.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Damn, I should have that.
Right click, advantage, roll.
Like Spidey sense.
That's an 11.
An 11 is not enough. So you begin to feel one of the wooden planks underneath your feet begin to groan, snap, and then give away. And you are immediately, you see this bridge. Let me just gonna get rid of these.
Am I dangling from the coffin, or did we break all the way through?
You managed to.
I do like the image of that. Yeah, the coffin is like just
Touching.
wide enough that it's just like.
Just hanging from the backpack portion of it. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta pull yourself up by your coffin straps.
Oh my god.
There we
come
go.
on, DM. That image is too good to ignore.
Fucking put the coffin on top.
I'm going. Oh,
Oh, the shit broke. Fuck me.
there we go.
We'll just use you as a bridge.
Oh
It's fine.
my god.
All right,
We'll just
so-
use you as the rest of the bridge.
We just have
You walk
Carson
over the
dangling from underneath. Actually, I'll just put him on top of the coffin for my sanity. But
Yeah.
you see him just hanging from the bottom with the coffin straps. The planks themselves continue to groan underneath the weight of the wood of the coffin, and Karsa dragging forward down on them.
Hey, compatriot! Quick! Do something! Karsa, get... Oh, sorry, force of habit. Somebody else!
I guess I'll try to go over and assist.
Okay. How are you assisting?
Alfred, get on one side, I'll get on the other. We'll try to lift him.
We'll try to what?
You want to see him drowned with your coffin?
No, I don't.
Then help. And you should be on the other side of the bridge as well.
Edward, are you sure you don't wish to maybe take my end?
I'd have to cross.
Your
You're the
coffin's
only one,
very.
you're the
close.
only one over there.
I was gonna say you're here, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah, he's over there.
Just give me a rope. Tie it around the main pillar.
Oh, that's sensible, yes. I have rope.
Whoever wants to, and it has to be one of you, either Simul or Alfred. You have to make a dexterity saving throw at this point.
I'll go.
Good dex save throw. Wait, what's your dex save?
+2.
+4. Gotcha. I'll go. I'll suck the pipe on this one. 7.
I got an 8.
You hear
for a swim.
as you all three of you now get on the bridge, you feel the wood give even further, and you hear it crack and splinter. All three of you find yourselves immediately dropping into the river below, along with the large wooden casket.
How would you describe the lighting?
He wants to know if he can fly.
I will say with the forest canopy, it is still bright light.
Damn.
I respect it, but-
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you mind bringing me a small bowl?
I do mind.
Yeah. Oh, no.
So I'm going to. I guess I'm going to fall in, and that'll be the end of that.
He's dead forever. Oh, it's a-
All of
We're
you
walking on the ocean floor.
Carson's gonna start frog kicking and swimming, trying to just make it to the dock before he passes it.
I climb on top of my casket.
It pushes down on Carson's head.
Okay, so- Carson, are you currently
like-
trying to hold the casket?
No, so it's on my back, right? So I was facing
Yes,
down.
correct. Yeah,
Well, I'm
so
in
you
the
flop
water,
in.
So I'm frog swimming and going like that direction.
Okay.
And I'm hoping I can grab like, how do you get it?
All right, I need you to make an athletics check with disadvantage as Alfred is currently trying to ride the casket.
My goal is to catch this boat or this like
Yeah.
dock or this or get caught
You're
by the
this-
fishing line.
You're the greatest swimmer I know, and you're the best pal I've ever had. Please swim, swim.
Disadvantage.
Bardic inspiration.
Did you say acrobatics? Athletics?
Athletics with disadvantage, but with bardic inspiration.
Okay, there's the disadvantage roll for a 15
Fuck.
plus
That's with disadvantage.
plus 4.
So 19 total?
Yes.
Fuck. Okay, yeah. You manage, even with Alfred clutching for dear life on the side of the river, you begin just like doing these massive strokes throughout the water, just grabbing and pulling it towards you. You're able to get to the dock with aplomb. It is very easy for you to do that. So I'm gonna meet
As I
that.
get there, I'm going to grab onto the dock and then pull myself vertical. So if he was managing to be on top at all, it's now
He
vertical.
just slid right off.
Alfred immediately drops into the water, gets a little wet, but is able to get back on the dock. I'll have you make a quick athletics check too, Alfred.
Athletics?
Athletics.
Well,
12? 12's enough.
Yep.
Where did I lose you? What happened?
I don't know what you did.
I lost your mini for a second. And I don't know where. And
He's
I'm
in the
concerned.
rock. He's in the rock. If
Yeah,
you
I
click on
know.
him,
So I was like, how the
that's
fuck?
so weird.
How did you get in the rock? How the fuck?
I committed a crime. They brought me to Alcatraz, 1927.
Sorry, Tailspire, but
Oh,
this
there
is
you are.
why, unfortunately, like D&D has a chance with their virtual tabletop.
Give him time. Oh, so that's the other thing I was going to tell you guys, that these guys just developed new symbiotes that you can add. So there's other features you can add. So it now has a built-in mod manager, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Nice. I love the title of the map is Le Resistance.
Yeah. There we go. All right, cool. JR's back up, and then that brings us Simul. You need to make an athletics check to see if you can push your way back to shore.
Okay. Where is shore?
Shore's the little dock out this way, in this general area.
Okay.
Where we are.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to like hug the wall and like pull along some of those things to try to.
So
Get
also
my
you
way
can make
over.
that athletics check with advantage then.
So 17 or 15. Sweet. 17.
17's enough. You're able to eventually kick your way up to shore. Although your clothing is drenched, just like Karsa's and Alfred's at this point. You are soaking wet. That just leaves Edward at the other end of the bridge, waving at all of you.
Jump it.
Does anybody have any sort of way for me to get across?
I could throw over some rope and tie it.
I don't have any rope.
I have rope.
That's neat. I'm glad
I
you
could-
have that.
I could throw it over to you.
You're shouting like 50, 60 feet away from me.
Well, I'm closer now.
Oh, you walked all the way up here?
Yeah, he walked around.
Well, seeing as how we had to, we were walking back up to do that, and in doing so, we literally passed Barley Malt. I
Oh,
should
fuck.
probably say hello.
He's just hiding. He's literally just hiding in a bush right there. Like,
Did I see barley malt?
Not yet. I noticed you're at this point trying to focus on Edward, making sure he
Okay.
gets across. I will say
I'm
the
sure
other two
as fuck
did.
not.
Yeah.
I mean, I can try and jump. It's gonna end terribly.
So you see Varlimar approach, and he sees that you're all soaking. And he just goes, Alfred Wells, you decided to come and visit.
Do I hear this voice?
I didn't have much
yes,
of a
you do.
choice. We've got some new and broad intelligence that I felt you wish you should know. Starting,
Theo?
your bridges need work.
You see him go, I'm terribly sorry about the bridges. And he turns to the source of the person who said his name. And he goes, Samuel, it's been ages. And he just runs over and immediately gives you like the warmest hug. And he's like, what are you doing here? I thought you moved to the city last we had talked.
I thought you were dead.
What made you think that? And you see him just like he hugs you tighter. It's been a while since I've written, but there's no need for that.
I saw your body. They showed me your body.
I'm sorry, what? Well, I'm very well quite alive.
I weep openly in his arms.
As
He
you
was
do
my
that,
best friend.
as you do that,
This is awkward.
I need you to make a melee attack roll for me.
Melee?
Yes.
Oh,
No.
thought you were in control. You thought you were in control.
Oh
Run up
no.
a sweat rag. I'm gonna need it. It's getting sweaty.
Oh no.
I'm just
What,
you
just
just
a
roll that
norm-
for him.
Could you imagine if you stab him in the back and you're the one that
Like
kills him?
unarmed?
You're the one that kills him.
No, armed.
Armed? Fuck.
Oh, your fucking scythe. Oh shit.
Fuck.
Or sickle. Sorry.
Wait! Time out! I have an idea. I have a guy in my party that has danger sense.
Danger sense just lets him do a dexterity saving throw with advantage. That doesn't. It's not spider sense, man.
Yeah, and so he's doing it.
Well, no, it's an effect that happens specifically to the barbarian.
Danger, Barley bitch. Danger.
I got a 19.
Oh,
to hit.
19 definitely hits. Roll damage.
You know, it'd be silly if he was one of the ones that could
Two.
crit on a 19.
2 points of damage. Okay. You see Theo's joyful expression goes immediately to one of concern, and then pain, and then fear, as this large inky black claw sinks itself into his back.
Karsa, the plan! The plan!
As soon as I see that, I start sprinting.
I
towards
scream no and push back.
Okay, as you
Like
push, back,
Yeah,
inside
if
my
you
head.
Can,
Make a
if
wisdom
you
saving throw.
can,
15.
a 15 is not enough.
Oh my god.
Hey, you should change the music to something dramatic and tense.
It's about to. Don't worry.
Okay.
You are shoved backwards. Theo scrabbles, like falls to his feet and begins pushing backwards as your body begins to shift and change. And his thick, large tendrils of ooze begin leaking from you.
Yeah,
Am I present anymore?
Your body begins to leak ooze. I will give everyone 1 round to do anything that they want, with the exception of Simuel. Simuel at this point is his form is beginning to just turn into pure black ooze.
Okay, so can I, boys, may I?
Yeah. What?
So Carson and I have a plan. But
Do
I'd
you?
like to, I'd like to cast Bane on the symbiote.
Okay. It needs to. I need to pull up his character sheet real quick.
Fucking A. Simuel's heart is just fucking tearing into.
Fantastic. All right. And then what save is that?
Charisma.
Oh, I forgot to level him up too. Fuck. All right.
Does he have the same
Yeah.
stats as me?
No.
Or are they different?
He has different
thank
stats.
God. Thank God.
They have
Way
different
stronger.
stats.
Way stronger.
They only get experience points when they're the ones that does the kill of damage, though, right? So they're like
It does.
No, they're also
It
they're
does.
also
Way
milestone.
stronger.
It does fail to save for Bane.
Okay. That's good to know. So now, any time that it does an attack roll or a saving throw, it has to deduct a D4's worth from their overall roll.
Okay.
I am going to open the casket and wait.
Okay. All right, you do so. Whoever wants to go next can. I let you
All right.
guys determine the order of operations here.
Carso
Can I
is
say
ready
something
for this. Oh,
Before I go in?
You can certainly say something.
You can try if you can do a wisdom saving throw and get it out of your fucking mouth.
So I'm not privy to your plan, right? At all.
No.
That is correct.
That doesn't necessarily true. We didn't share it with you, but it's probably pretty obvious. You're
Put
not.
him in the casket.
If you want
I've-
to do like DM,
I wasn't
you can-
aware of it. So
Up to you, Dem. Well, no. What I'm saying is, if it's up to the DM. If the DM wants to say doing a basic intelligence roll, if you can see us scrambling to throw this man into a casket, and you're not dumb,
You might figure it out pretty quick.
you might figure it out.
I-
Again, I didn't have to say shit to
Jake, did you
Carson.
make it
Carson was
across?
like, "Oh,
no.
I'll give
Jake's still on the other
Edward.
side.
Edward, I will let
Yeah,
you
Jake's
know.
still on the
Yeah,
Edward's
I
still on
can-
the other side.
But
Even
I can
Carson-
see. I have
Yes.
spells I can
Correct.
use from
Yes.
here.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
To figure out the plan, it took Carsa a few seconds, but he got it.
All right, so
Yeah.
I will have Edward make an intelligence roll, just a regular intelligence roll.
let's see how far away that is. Ooh, that's pretty far
That's
away.
pretty far.
Actually.
Before I lose control, I look at
Too late.
Theo and say, I'm sorry. And
You
I
say
ask everyone out for help.
two.
you managed
I'm
to get
rather
out.
panicked.
I'm sorry, and immediately your face is covered and goes.
But we are not.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You begin shifting.
So how many feet is the tile again?
A tile is 5, I believe.
It is 5.
Yeah.
So that is within range. That is within range of the spell command.
It is.
So I wait for the coffin to open, and then Carso would bonus action rage and run right at Simuel and try with one hand essentially grab him by the chest again, but instead of grappling, I'm gonna try just like you did to me, an unarmed attack, knock some sense into him.
Okay.
Payback.
So I would like to rage, grab him, and where is? Oh, wrong tab. That's why. Unarmored strike. I will do it recklessly to give myself advantage.
Okay.
Good for a 22
A 22. Is that just a damage roll?
to hit. 22 to hit.
22 does hit.
Okay, and that's 4 plus 2 bludgeoning, 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. The creature takes 3.
Okay. And essentially, I'm looking to see if he has if that triggers any sort of saves, or like if Simuel seems to come back, or do I notice anything?
It
like
does
what you're
not
saying.
appear to do anything.
that? Okay. Then for now, I'm essentially.
You see in one of Simuel's eyes, the portion of it that still remains human looks at you with rage.
All right. So the open coffin is on my back, I have one hand on Simuel, and the other hand will take out my blade.
Okay.
That will actually no, it won't. I'm gonna leave the blade in. That's my turn.
Okay. And Edward?
Well,
Also,
I didn't figure out what their plan was, so
DM, just so you know, that triggers my I've never used this. My sorry, what's it called? Ancestral Guardians? Ancestral Protectors.
Oh, fuck!
When raging, the first creature you hit with an attack on your turn has disadvantage on any attack that isn't against you.
Oh, shit. All right, yeah.
Oh,
And when when the target hits a creature other than you, that creature has resistance to the damage dealt by the attack.
Okay, so...
Also, it has not taken a turn yet, so I get an extra 2d6 damage.
wow.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So you land one of the most solid punches you've ever done in your life. And with
Plus
that,
another 6.
you see holding both arms of Simuel are your deceased friends, Baroth and Del. I can't remember how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, Dellum.
Dellum. Both of them, like with true barbarian strength, pinning him as best as they can.
All right, guys, we're trying to hold him. That's my turn.
All right, Edward.
Plus 6 more damage, so it's total.
Once again, I have no idea what their
12.
plan was.
So
did you
it's half, so 6 total.
Okay, total.
Did you already grab him?
He's currently
Or
grabbed.
No, I mean, No, I'm not talking about the ancestral thing. I mean, like, did Karsa actually grab him?
I didn't do a
Like,
grapple attack.
No.
I did an arm strike.
Okay, cool. I don't know your plan, so I'm gonna cast command and I'm gonna say grovel.
Okay.
The target falls prone and ends its turn.
All right, and what's the
if I-
saving?
It is a Wisdom 14.
With a 16, he makes the cut.
All right.
Roll a d4, fuckface.
Is it?
Bane.
Oh, it's
Throw.
Bane.
Bane!
Oh. So that is a 15. It brought it down just
still beat.
one. That
Still
was
beat
so
me.
close. Oh, I fucking almost shit my pants though.
That's my one action. Unless you allow me to try and jump, I don't think so. That
You can
takes
make a
an
movement,
action.
yeah, for sure. Jumping is part of your
Alright.
movement.
All right, I'm gonna try and jump this gap. I
All right,
guess.
make a
Smack my face.
strength athletics check.
Strength, athletics, not acrobatics.
Not acrobatics. It's not graceful.
Oh,
It's how
come
much
on.
oomph you can give it.
Come on. All right. Fine.
If you were swinging, it would be acrobatic.
Yes.
How does a 19 do, motherfucker?
A
How
19
a
does
19?
perfect.
Suck it, DM boy.
I am the most dense character in our group besides Karsa.
You are
obviously.
able to fucking
Big muscle.
launch yourself between the two gaps.
My character's got like the biggest gut out of everybody. I just fucking clear a fucking gap.
You haul it, and you feel the bridge behind you crack and splinter even further.
Yeah.
With that, Simuel immediately becomes obscured at this point. And standing in his place is this gigantic creature.
what the fuck?
Larg.
What?
Megatron.
Okay, this is just Venom combined with Mega. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Venom Megatron. With Doc Ock? It's all you bastard.
It's the worst ones.
Oh my god.
And with that, that's where we're gonna end today's episode.
Are you shitting me?
Fair enough.
Damn, dude.
We got another hour in us.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I
It's only
know
fucking
better.
bedtime.
I've seen through your tricks. That's gonna be a fun
Oh my-
next episode.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.